Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hey! Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Look at Lord Jagannath. Look into those big, beautiful eyes. Oh, Lord Jagannath. Look into those beautiful eyes. Jagannath, Jagannath. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hari. Okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Look at this beautiful spot, man. Can you see it here? Let's check it out. Look at this. Man, pine trees everywhere. Look at that, man. Super fast internet connection that will never go down, man. This is called paradise. We're in more than Vaikuntha. This is Vrindavan Forest, man. Yes, hey Barbie, man. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. I'm up in the mountains, 8,000 feet, looking over other mountains. My God, this is, I can't believe it, man. These movies. Perfect. I love it, man. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This is Sachi Devi's mercy. She brought me up supplies from down the hill. There's no supplies. So I found this spot the next day. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Sachi does so much, man. You know, I have an address there, store my motorhome, stay overnight. You know, so many things. Great servant. I'm very fortunate to have somebody help out like that. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. All right. Okay, let's chant some japa here. Krishna. Okay. Krishna, Hari Hari. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. I better get the claws. Be right back. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna. Ooh, better not be too loud. There's cabins. Hare Krishna. Oh well, who cares? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Oh, Krishna, Hare Hare, Lord Krishna. Let's see, any birds up there? Probably. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, oh my Lord. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Ah, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hari Ram, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Ram, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, oh my Lord Krishna, Radhe Radhe Radhe, Radhe 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 Radhe, Radhe Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe Radha, 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 Krishna, 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 Radha, 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 Krishna, 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 Radha, 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 Krishna, 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 Nityananda, 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 Nitai, 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 Nityananda, 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 Nicha. Nityananda. 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 Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Nityananda. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Nityananda, 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 Gora Chandra, 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 Gora Chandra. Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra. Ah, Krishna, 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 oh, Krishna, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra. You know, Nityananda used to go around and he would ask these young girls to marry him. He said, "Will you marry me?" He'd get on his knees. "Will you marry me? Would you marry me?" Did you see how many misunderstandings he would cause? Will you marry the young girls? Will you marry me? It saved them a lot of trouble. Instead of them marrying a mundane person, they marry Nityananda, who's God. If Nityananda was here, he would immediately marry that Amy Rose, man. He would be the first one to go. He would go to her and say, "Will you marry me?" What a pure-hearted girl that is. Unbelievable, man. She is so sincere. Unbelievable. We're so fortunate to have her. At least I'm very fortunate. I'm very fortunate to have your association, Amy. Well, you other guys are good too, but I don't know. She just stands out. She's a rose, man. Very red. All right, let's see what kind of mischief we can get into here. Okay. Ah, yeah, the Lord became intoxicated by the mood of Balaram. Yeah. So, yeah. So, we were talking about today the plow and the club. And the verse says here, this topic is most confidential and is only known to those few persons who know the glories of Nityananda. It's very, boy, that is the secret of all secrets. You know, does anybody understand this verse? This topic is most confidential. So all the topics are confidential, see, and is known only to those few persons who knows the glories of Nityananda. Okay? You notice we have a disciplic line. See, the disciplic line is that current that comes from Nityananda, Lord Chaitanya Nityananda, right? Comes all the way through the real line. You see, that prema current, that devotional current. See, so when you have a bona fide spiritual master, a real acharya, man, a real empowered, disciplic person in a disciplic line. Yeah. Yeah. See, when you have that line intact, then this verse is intact. And if you know the glories of Nityananda, that means you know the glories of Guru. You understand Guru Tattva. See, chapter 1 of Adi Lila on the spiritual master. If you meet a living devotee who actually is a confidential servant of Lord Chaitanya Nityananda, that's the real line. And if you know you know the glories that this guru is really bona fide. You know, like some, it was revealed, you know, like that kind of thing, that their guru is bona fide. See? Then you can understand these confidential subjects. Otherwise, if you don't know the glories of the bona fide spiritual master who represents Nityananda in the line, okay, yeah, you in a living devotee, you know, you don't know their glories. See, then you don't know, you will not understand these confidential truths. You could say, like Krishna, when he's speaking to Arjuna, Arjuna had great faith in Krishna. You think everybody had faith in Krishna as a supreme personality of Godhead, or as somebody as an authority to listen to? No, not everybody. You know, but whoever did, like Arjuna, he felt himself, wow, you're the manifestation of the Lord in this world. You know, what you say is as good as God's word. You know, because of, you know, and Krishna was actually the Supreme Lord himself, but he was a manifestation of the transcendental potency, Satchidananda. See, he had great faith in Krishna, okay? Great faith in Guru. He even said, Krishna, you're my spiritual master. I'll listen to you. Tell me like it is. Okay? And then Krishna says, starts off in Bhagavad Gita, one of those chapters, 4, 9, says, well, because of your being my disciple and my friend, you are qualified to understand these confidential truths. It's always like that. That's why you see people in this Sangha know the glories of their guru. And outside, you know, the tourists, they come here and they say, why do you have faith in this guy? This guy is only one guru, Prabhupada, or Jesus Christ, right? Yeah, see? But you know different. See? You know the glories of Guru. You know Guru Tattva. Therefore, you're qualified to understand these confidential subjects. See, you act like a disciple and a friend. But look how the Lord hides it. Johan, thank you. Step on in. I need you for a minute. Here, let me get the. Hey, Johan, come over here. See, here's a guy 6 years here with us. listening but not listening, always wanting to speak. I was talking, and he always would want to speak. So because he's not really listening. He wants to be the speaker. See, it's a wannabe guy. See, 6 years, but he doesn't understand the confidential glories that you understand if you feel yourself as a real sincere disciple and a friend of your guru here. Look at all these. You know more than these persons in ISKCON, the leaders, even the gurus, and all that. You get to know more of these confidential subjects that they know. They don't know. They don't understand. And prove it. You go and listen to them. Listen to their talks. You'll see this is very different, man. This is how we win, because we we show that we demonstrate this is an empowered thing, because I'm not holding this back. I'm not doing what Bhakti Vinod said, the Acharya, when they manifest in the world, they understand and ascertain these purports, these deep compositional subjects of Bhagavatam, in all the books, and they keep it for themselves. I'm not into this miserly thing. We're not misers anymore. On the order the disciplic line. You whoever becomes a sincere disciple and friend gets to know this. You see, remember when Lalita had her awakening, right? Boy, I was amazed herself. I couldn't believe how she understood so much so fast about what was really going on here. That was like wow, man, how does she know all these things? These are so confidential. You're not supposed to know them so fast. you know. But divine will, the Lord does what he wants. And then you got all these nice devotees coming here. Look at this Amy Rose. She was a failed cheerleader, and working as a waitress in a coffee shop. you know she's a nobody, right? She's like, according to the world, she's a nothing and a nobody. But to Krishna, oh my God, she's very important. She's a what they call a person of interest. To the world, to the government. She's not a person of interest. See, the persons of interest are all those who are going to get punished by Maya. Trump is a person of interest. You see, he's getting punished. The government doesn't interested in persons like Amy and everything. But to Krishna, oh, Lalita Ganga is a person of interest. Oh, he's very interested in those. And Amy and Janaki and who else? Bhakti Tom even. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're persons of interest. And Dean also, he's developed. He comes here regularly. He's got great faith. What we're doing here. Oh, and Shama Sundari also. See, person of interest. These are persons of interest, and you want to be a person of interest to the Supreme Lord. And you're persons of interest because you're you're interested in this path. You're interested in these teachings. It's captured you. We're all captured. I have to do this every day. I feel like if I don't, I have no life. What do you think, Amy? Huh? We have to talk about the glories of these confidential subject matters, man, because that's the life. I just can't subsist on that, whatever this Maha stuff, so-called Maha, what's his name, is talking about. Kamala Kanta. And I have to have this Maha. Don't you? It's like, you know, Francis is a person of interest. Why? Because he's a sincere devotee. A lot of you are persons of interest or on your way to that. You're going through the purification, going through the hazing. You're joining the club. This is this is not a skull and bones club. All these things out there are skull and bones club, because that's all you're destined to. You're going to be skull and bones. When you die, you go into the earth, man. Your soul is not awakened yet. Then you come back because you identify with this world and with your babies and your sons and your daughters, wholly and solely, and your money and your control trips and you, all that stuff. Skull and Bones Club, everyone, they're all skull and bones. You know? Yeah, and you should humble you guys in Gaudiya Smriti and Radhakund, and also ISKCON. You're still part of the Skull and Bones Club. You know why? Because you don't understand God is really here, man. Why can't you why don't you acknowledge? See, because you don't follow the path. You don't believe in this preaching. You don't believe in the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. You don't believe the mercy of Lord Chaitanya is here. So you're still part of the Skull and Bones Club. You're going to be skull and bones. You're going to take another birth until you can recognize a real living associate in this world. You got to prove that you recognize Prabhupada. Right there, Janaki, they haven't proved that they recognize Prabhupada. Therefore, they're not persons of interest to even Prabhupada yet. You're a person of interest. Janaki's a person of interest to Prabhupada and the whole line because she found where that line begins. The real line, the living line. You notice living. What the I'm holding back. I'm holding back. That I can hold back sometimes. That Where's the friggin' line? I think it's here. I know it's here. See, you become a person of interest to the real Krishna, the real Prabhupada, the ecstatic Prabhupada, not that stern Prabhupada. You must do this. You must do that. You have to do this. You have to do that. You know, yeah, Prabhupada didn't relate to me like that. He said, "Hey, man, yeah, go for it, man. Do it. Yeah, yeah. Deliver some people. Deliver them the real confidential message, if they will follow the process and believe in Shiksha Guru, man. Who can preach like we're doing here? I can't preach like that unless there's real empowerment here. That's why I have faith in this Lord Chaitanya's grace place for the funnel for grace, man. This is where grace is being funneled into this world. And if they don't believe it, if you don't believe it, Acharya Dave, that's all you get is your title. And when you pass from this body, that title stays here because you don't got it up there. An Acharya has love of Krishna. What is so difficult? Right there, Radhe. What is so difficult to understand? An acharya, a real spiritual master, is master of the spirit because they got prema, they got real devotion. I don't know why these guys don't understand this. I know why. They haven't come here or they haven't met the real line. Otherwise, they would know. See, this topic is most confidential. Only and is known only to those persons who know the glories of Nityananda. Yeah. So if you don't know the glories of a real living guru, some hikers. Those who don't know the glories of real living guru don't know the glories of Nityananda. Therefore, you don't know the confidential glories of Lord Chaitanya and all this amazing grace we speak about and demonstrate every freaking day. I didn't make the cheerleading team, laugh out loud, until Gohari told me I made the team. Yes, you made the team. This is the team that's most important. Well, you can this cheerleading thing, in these schools, they're all the CIA government stuff anyway. You don't want to be part of that. You want to make this team here. You're on Lord Chaitanya's team here. See? Very important player, this Amy Rose. She's the pitcher. And this is the ball game here, and Amy Rose is the pitcher. She pitches nice strikes every time. Every one she throws, every word she throws is a strike. Lalita, yes, but I needed purification to develop bhakti and grow up. Absolutely. Trust the process. It's simple, like my drum experience today. You can only understand Guru Tattva deeply when you had an awakening. Exactly. Yeah. It's like that's how it works. You have to have an awakening, really, to understand Guru. Otherwise, your awakening is pittance. Not very, not my. Maybe you got some rays coming, like Johann got some rays, got some rays, and he just caught it up to his neck. He's now he's functioning as Rahu. He comes and the speculation comes in front of the sun, right? The sun is the real spiritual master, and then it passes over very fast. It just comes over here. We just talk about it and then just push it away. Mm, mm. More activity over here, and if people know where to come. Oh, they're just driving through. Okay. No, I play first base. I can't pitch. Okay. Yeah, you can put whatever base you want. You can do. You can do first base. Huh. See, after careful consideration. See, careful consideration. The Lord was saying, "Bring me wine. Bring me wine." Lord Chaitanya, bring me wine. Bring me wine. He's in the mood of Balaram. See, Balaram's always drinking honey wine. What's that honey wine? What does it represent? The new wine the Bible talks about. The new wine is what the Lord is giving. Is basically devotion. This devotion is very intoxicating. See, it's the drink of choice. It's like a fine bottle of wine that costs the connoisseurs. They have these wines and they're very rich, right? And they keep this bottle of wine, or they go out and drink a very expensive bottle of wine. It costs maybe like $5,000 something, or $10,000 a bottle of wine, and they just go and they drink it because they're rich. Oh, uh, uh, that's poor. Those guys are poor boys and girls. Yeah, you come here, and my Lord Chaitanya will make you rich. See, rich. You'll be drinking this new wine. This new wine is you don't have enough money to buy a bottle of this, right? Where do this is the only place you can purchase it, and the Lord has set the price free. Why don't why doesn't these persons who are not drinking this new wine want to come here and drink this new wine of the holy name, chanted with the wine of the devotion of Radha's glories? I'm happy with 4.20 wine. Ah, I saw you on Facebook there. I saw a picture of you come across Facebook. Where have you been? I haven't seen you around lately. Why are you neglecting us? Yeah, yeah, exactly. It becomes better too at the end of the evening every day. Somehow the flavor increases, like a bottle of wine that ages. It's so special at the end of the festival evening. It becomes better and better. Yeah, it's good stuff we got here. See, so after careful consideration, did they give the Lord mundane wine? No, they gave him spiritual wine. What was that? After careful consideration, okay, what is the wine the Lord's like? Let's see, what gets the Lord intoxicated? He doesn't like regular wine, but he's asking for wine. Let's see, after careful consideration, let's give him, let's give him some Ganges experienced devotee. Let's give him some Ganges devotee to taste and to drink. Intoxicated. The Lord gets intoxicated by the flavors of his devotees. You know, yeah, and that's why he came as a devotee. He wanted to taste the nectar of Krishna and Krishna's devotees also. Yeah, that's why you see when you advance and you get purified here, when you get spanked enough and you get plowed enough and you get clubbed enough, you know The Lord said, "Okay, here you go. Here's some devotional mellows to taste. These flavors of this new wine of the devotees, like the Ganges. See, the Ganges is a personality. You know, it represents a pure devotee of the Lord who loves the Lord, has great affection for Lord Chaitanya, for Krishna. See, and the Lord gets very intoxicated, tasting the mellows of his devotees. So he's very satisfied. Let's see. Oh, the bugs are attacking me. Okay, but I got this stuff. It seems to work really good. So I'll be right back. Let me get this stuff. And you know what? Let's get some devotees on here. Okay, here's your second chance, man. We're going to allow people come up here and we'll have a little discussion. Okay, so let me get the thing. You guys can come up while I get the bug spray. I have a good internet connection, so we won't get cut off here. Okay, you all excited? Andromeda, this is your chance. You can make it now. This is going to work. I got a strong connection. I mean, really strong connection. There we go. Got that. I'll put it on here for anybody on Ustream. Or, there we go. Got it there. Okay, so everybody start coming on. I want to see some faces. All right, we got Dr. Tom. I need some more. He's not enough yet. He's getting there. Come on, Amy. Put your makeup on. Put your glasses on. Red lipstick. Whatever you want to do. I'm so excited and I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control. That's great. Okay, Govinda Das is here. All right. He's doing the couch devotional service as usual. You like this new way, huh? This new thing, huh? Just what is it called? Lay around? Okay, here we go, Lolita. She probably got her pajamas on. You got your pajamas on there, Lolita? That's okay. Yeah, come as you are here. She's driving. We'll come on when she's home. Okay. All right. So, what do you think, Lolita? Give us a word.
Yeah. Yeah, the new wine, the wine. It is because you drink that intoxicating wine that you know things. I remember. Now that you say that, what did she know? Oh, Lalita, in the beginning, yeah. Because as when you receive the mercy, boom, 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 all the information comes in. Who? Oh my God, this is my master. This is the one I'm gonna follow. Um, Wow, wow, he has been chosen. Wow, wow, I belong there, etc., etc. And uh, then you grow up little by little because it's a never-ending story. It's not
Yeah,
a that you stay there with those revelation and then that's it. No, no,
yeah,
no. Then you get clubbed and you grow up and some slaps on your bum and you yeah, it's getting better and better and better and yeah, I
yeah,
remember that that I really couldn't explain a verse. I was just reading, and then little by little, oh my God, it's so magic how Krishna
Yeah,
starts to accept you as a dearmost friend. That you all those sentences
yeah,
you start to experience. It's really
yeah.
working. It's,
You see how great this is, how amazing this path is, the best. This is so rare. That's the witness, because they won't believe me alone. They have to see people getting this gift. That, wow, maybe it's not like Narayan Ra said, many lifetimes, because they believe that. They believe that you can't get this mercy that fast. You know, but we have to change their minds. And they have to. I mean, otherwise they stay in that path. That gives them many lifetimes. I mean, we got to convince them it's not logical. The mercy of Lord Chaitanya is here in our sangha, and
yeah,
anybody who develops faith in this. Look at the witnesses. Well, you ever see disciples like this, even much less gurus. This shows you the real mercy of Lord Chaitanya is here. You know, yeah,
yeah. The only thing he wants is to be fit in time, like David says. You've got to feed him if you want to receive a glass of wine in time. In time,
yeah,
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 you really need to feed him. You need to know how to feed Krishna.
yeah,
Yeah, what he likes, what he really likes, all the varieties, etc.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. When you hear these intimate glories of the truth and you have faith in them, and then that's your path. Lord Chaitanya said that's all you have to do is you just nourish hearing by hearing, chanting, remembering, and you can slack on the rules. You take it less emphasis. See, the devotees, they can't emphasize this hearing and chanting process because they don't have strong attachment. See, so they do more emphasis on the rules. That's Vaidhi, you know and so it's meant eventually to swing over the pendulum over to the side of the hearing chant. That's a regulative principles: hearing, chanting, remembering. And when you have the taste, it makes it's like you want to do it. Yeah, and so when you do it, you get 1,000 times more purified than the rules. Therefore, you don't have to do the rules for the purification so much. I mean, the rules, I mean, if they're favorable, and some are, for the development of bhakti, it's like actually hearing and chanting is a rule of sadhana for the Raganugas or the Vaidis. It's, both. The only difference is in taste. See, that's why if you come to the Raganuga and you see the devotee tasting the higher level of chanting, the deeper level, and you get a track, you think, wow, I read about this, you know, and yeah, okay, well, how do I get on board? And that's where you learn, because you learn those principles here. Avaiti Bhakti can't teach you how to get on board with ecstatic chanting because they don't do it. They don't know its glories personally. They don't realize it. They can't see these confidential truths in the book. You have to learn them from the Raganuga instructor. You know, that's why it's kind of a joke to say that the Narayan Raj group and the Radhakund Babajis are Raganuga devotees, because you don't see any raga, you don't see any demonstration and role model. So it's just in name only. Prabodhana was preaching about this. He said the best I see out there is, well, not the best. Another version of a path is this talking about the conjugal mellow, just talking about it, but no relishing it, no tasting that. See, they speculating on it. So it's not, and so Prabodhana says, where is that path that Lord Chaitanya followed? Where is that he followed and taught, and nowhere to be seen practically? Well, he saw it. He was teaching it. That's why we use we like that, that those verses he wrote, because they're so right on par with the preaching of ecstatic devotion. Real Raganuga. Yeah, because all the way up to this thing of preaching the conjugal mellow without the conjugal mellow. You know, that's the the, the max you'll see here. Except here, we're preaching the conjugal mellow by tasting the conjugal mellow, by manifesting. The Lord's manifesting that in our lives. He's giving us that mercy and grace. Yeah, Drummond, I'm trying to get you up here, but for some reason it's not working. Why is that? You should be able to come up here. Is your connection not? It must be good. There's something you might not be. What could be happening over there for her? Has anybody got any ideas? Because I never come on like this. So.
Maybe Tom knows those technical things.
Yeah, why is it not? Why can't I? She come up here? Yeah. Yeah, you can on the private chat. You can say something to Andromeda. I think because you're here. Yeah, yeah. So Govinda, give us a word. No word. Okay, no problem. Yeah, you should put your camera on there, Andromeda. Maybe that's the problem. Oh yeah, I think that may be the problem. You got to turn your camera on there, Andromeda. Otherwise, you can't come up here. It won't allow. It'll keep you down. So that's the problem. Yeah, yeah. Well, I think she has a good enough phone to get up here. Andromeda replying to Amy Rose. Oh, you psychic now, Amy. How you really know? Yeah, yeah. So what else there, Lolita?
Yeah, you've got to taste. It is tasting, 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 and then you get the information while you are tasting. It is while you are tasting that you are in His presence, that you are in her presence. It is, yeah. When you taste, you get the knowledge flowing inside of you. Um, yeah, you have Radha and Krishna together.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah. Lord Chaitanya came to give us that taste. That
yeah,
taste is Krishna. It's Radha.
yeah,
It makes you attracted to the name and realize the
yeah.
name. The happiness and as of being close to Krishna. That's how we connect with him here. Um, but without the potency of devotion, uh, it's like Krishna's over there somewhere, you know, and you don't really have any closeness with him really. That's why it doesn't show in your face. When you're close, when you're tasting Krishna, or even by hearing, uh,
And
yeah,
seeing somebody tasting makes you
yeah,
taste as well.
yeah,
That's
that's true.
actually how you become a disciple, from
Yeah,
seeing your guru tasting.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, and yeah, that's how it works. That's how Lord Chaitanya spread the prema. First, his mother saw it, and she begged for it actually. So it was not actually manifested. Even then, his mother didn't have the prema that brought the tears and the pouring out and the laughter and all of that at that point. I mean, she had affection for it, but it wasn't manifest yet. The Lord didn't want to manifest it yet. So he wanted to show how you get it. Yeah. So then he showed it to his mother when he was chanting alone with, and she saw that, and she knew the glories of prema. Oh, she said, usually you give me money and stuff that you get from being a scholar, all these spoils of the wars you win being a scholar. That's like spoils, and you give it to me. So why don't you give me this great wealth of prema that you got on your journey there when he met his guru, Ishwar? Was it Ishwara Puri? Yeah, and yeah, and so yeah, yeah, and so that's how it works. And then he shared it with his close disciples at first in that room. He just chanted holy name in ecstasy, tears poured out of his eyes and everything, and the devotees had faith in him, and they started to cry. See, and so that's how you jumpstart. It's otherwise nobody knows what this is. But if you don't have faith in the devotees, it's like you're blocking that energy so it doesn't come in. You know. Yeah. What do you think, Janaki? Give us a word.
Well, you know, everything works different for everyone.
Yeah.
So all I know is what worked and how what my experiences were.
Oh yeah.
Lalita shared hers this morning, and it was like, wow. For me, it was I was just praying, praying, praying to Prabhupada. He
Yeah.
knows my heart. He knew my heart forever. And I was praying to him. I need someone. And then as things progressed in my life, I found you.
Hmm.
And when I saw you chanting, I said, this person, he has something in his heart that I've never experienced anywhere. And
Yeah.
I want that. I want to see that.
Yeah.
And then after hearing you and you sharing about your lucid dream,
Yeah.
well, because I did have a lucid dream back in 1980, and Prabhupada came to me, and it was so real. It was so, so, so real. I remember waking and saying, oh my God, that's more real than this.
Oh,
So when you said that, instantly I believed you. I had firm faith in you because of my experience.
yeah.
And then just after hearing you and being part of the process, being part of the purification, it just gets, yeah, the purification's there. Even that gets easier, but
Yeah.
but then but then you will get a mountain, and then it's smooth sailing, and it's the glory of climbing that mountain you get sometimes. So yeah, this is my life, Lord Chaitanya.
Yeah.
My Pandit is my Lord and Master, and He sent me you, and that's enough for me. You and these devotees, that's all. That's good enough for me.
Yeah. See how she's a person of interest to Lord Chaitanya. She has faith where he's working. Haridas says, very hard to know where, when, how, and through whom you're working. Your spiritual potency is working, you know? And so, it's so funny. We're blatantly throwing it all over the place, right there on Facebook Live. People keep denying it. No, no, it can't be. It doesn't matter. We're going to just keep throwing it all over the place, man. You know? Yeah. Tom, give us a word.
Hare Krishna. You sound okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, yeah, I really feel that resonates what Janaki said, that everyone comes in his own way, and it's an individual process to level up, to progress,
Uh-huh.
and it's that there is a lot of variety in there, and I love the way how it all interacts in the sangha, in the group. I'm really amazed how perfectly it's all arranged by Guru and Krishna, from all edges, from all perspectives. and it um, I feel this increase in happiness. The more I see, the more I relish, the more I taste. It's like now it's I'm in the face of an upward spiral. I feel when I become enthusiastic by everything what happens. Like,
Mm.
oh yes, I see. This is what Lalita means. Now I can get a little taste, and it feels like it's very encouraging. It's a little beginning, a little start, but it's like this and this and this, and then it's like a cascade of um, a cascade of everything at the same time. Everything is pouring down like these insights, these it's
Yeah.
almost too much, and I
I
can.
feel you really, Tom. I feel
Whoa,
you
my God!
growing.
When
I feel it.
it's
I really feel
one
you.
little thing
And
is
what he
yes,
says.
one little thing, one little sound coming from Maharaj, or one little gesture or vibration from Govinda, it can it can knock me down. Like it can make me stunned and whoa, it's unbelievable.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's oh yeah, this feeling. Just in the start of this broadcast, I felt this burden taken from me. Like, whoa, now Tom, now you don't have to be so tensed anymore, and so I feel it again when I talk this. It's enough. Now you can leave those tensions and leave those concerns, because here it's really okay. It's okay. It's okay. I hear this song of this girl who once was singing that song. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. And she knew she was dying, but she was like saying to everyone, singing, "It's okay. It's okay. It's okay." I feel like that now. It's okay. I can leave this all these stress I felt before, all these concerns. Whoa! And then
Yeah, that's great.
it really feels like I'm drunk. It's enough. It's okay here. Now now I'm back with you.
Yeah, that's where you find rest. That's why you need a little purification first, so you can trust the rest is here, and you start to get the taste. See, all they're similar. Well, you may think you all have different experiences, but the process is the same. You hear, and you're attracted. Usually, you may desire that, want this relationship, and you've been praying to God for it, or you're just burnt out on the world, and the Lord knows your heart and wants to deliver you and gives you guru. See? And yeah, and then you're attracted to the way they worship, the intimacy they have with the Lord. See? And then the Lord, you get invited into the confidential association of real devotees.
Yeah, the process is the same for everybody, and you recognize it even if it are other experiences, but you recognize it on how they talk about it. It immediately feels, yeah, that's it. Yeah, and I really feel what Tom says now.
Yeah,
This is really different than what I'm used to hear from him. Um,
yeah,
yeah, I feel it. I feel it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it's great. It's good. What else, Janaki? What are you doing today? What's your thing? You look like you're driving. You're muted.
I have Sham's truck.
You have what?
He, I'm driving Sham's truck. The truck.
Oh, the truck. Wow. Is it
Well,
nice? You like
n- he keeps it so nice. I'm afraid to touch anything in here. It's his baby. It's his
yeah,
first thing, so I have
spotless.
to take it, yeah, spotless. So I couldn't have anything but water.
Uh-huh.
Uh, but uh, Radharani's in a play, so I'm meeting up with my daughter to watch Radharani in this play today, and then I'm free.
Then you're free. Oh, that's good. Yeah, yeah, good. Yeah, I'll be going to UK soon, in a couple of
Yeah,
wow. It's amazing, huh?
it's amazing.
That's a real spontaneous thing, man. Just like last week, well, maybe go to UK.
That's okay. That's okay. UK's okay.
Who's this Julia Gulikan? She's asking, she's on YouTube, and she says you need a prayer. Well, what's
I need
going
to
on? Tell
pray.
us what's going on there, Julia. What's happening for you? Just coming here, all prayers are answered in due course. Yeah, yeah. We need a cheerleader up here. Anybody want to volunteer to be a cheerleader? No experience necessary. Well, you have to have experience, cheering us on here. Here, yeah. Sachi, why don't you come on there? You can do it.
I don't know. I feel this thought that it has something to do with cars. I see everywhere there are cars, and I remember stories about cars.
Uh,
I don't know what it means. Maybe I need to buy another car or something.
buy another car. What's wrong with the car you got?
Yeah, mine is it is really worn out.
Oh, it's worn out. Yes.
Yeah, and Freddy thinks it smells.
Oh,
Yes.
what do you got? A used car over there, or a new one?
Yeah, it's a used car. I bought it very cheap, and I I'm thinking of buying a next one, and I really like your car and that style of living also. And I heard you say you maybe travel from UK to Belgium with a car, so I was very curious.
No, there's some kind of like carpooling program or something there, and it's faster actually. The train actually takes 5 hours, and so anyway, that takes longer. But the car might take a couple of hours. So I'll see if I can get the car. Even the plane takes more time somehow or other. This is at
It
least
is because, yeah, a lot of waiting time
a lot of
when,
waiting.
oh my God, because a flight is only 1 hour, 1 hour and a half. But a
What
lot
is
of,
the waiting? What do you have to wait for?
well, at least
Checking
to be
in.
2 hours in before you need to be in the airport.
Oh yeah, 2 hours. Yeah, you got to come before that.
And like from here, you've got to have the train to be in Ostende. You need to
Yeah,
take
yeah,
the train to the airport. And
yeah. We'll figure it out. I don't mind taking the train or a car or a plane, whatever.
but here,
We'll do-
Freddie can pick you up. Freddie told me here when you arrive in Brussels, he can pick you up and bring you here.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. By the plane. What about the train? Does it go to Brussels?
Yeah, also,
Is
yeah,
that where I
and he
should
can pick you up there as well. Yeah,
Brussels?
yeah, in
Okay.
When I
Brussels.
would go to UK, I probably use the bus.
Yeah, but you got to clear that with pani and noodles. Don't just show up there.
Yeah, yeah, I know,
They're kind of in a particular mood, so we got to
Yeah,
see.
Yeah, I know that exactly what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They're just kind of waking up, and they just you know just just move it nice and slow and
I
hardly.
have a very big antenna for such things. Yes.
Yeah, but there's Brussels. I mean, or this thing they rented the house. That's the place to go for sure. Are you going there? Are you going to go the Belgium trip?
Yeah, yeah, he comes to Belgium, he comes to the camping. He was welcome in the flat, but he wants to sleep outside in the camping with Janardana.
Oh yeah, there's camping. There's camping around there.
Yeah.
Oh wow, where do you camp, on the beach or in the woods or?
No, no, a little bit further, but it's not that close to the flat as where I stay now, where you will stay is
Yeah,
close to that flat, and the camping is a bit further.
a
I,
bit.
I know one very close to the beach also. Yeah.
Oh yeah, nice. It's good they allow camping. So like that's a good alternative. Yeah. So So it says, well, who is this? I'm asking myself why I'm so attracted to this. Oh, Janardan.
The Janardana.
I am in the car from Italy, from Germany. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. Um, hmm. Let me pick a verse from Bhagavatam here. So, Narada Muni is talking about how he came to devotional service. Okay. So, only once, by their permission, I took the remnants of their food, and by so doing, all my sins were at once eradicated. Thus, being engaged, I became purified in heart. Okay? And at that time, the very nature of the transcendentalist became attractive to me. And so, Kamalakanta is like that, right? He's saying, yeah, you see, take the remnants, Amaha, and I mean, he's thinking he has faith in that, but it doesn't seem the nature of the transcendentalist is not becoming attracted to him. But you know what? You are actually doing that now. This is confidential truth I'm sharing. You're taking the remnants of my food. See, that's what you're learning here. When your heart is purified, then this transcendental truths and names and pastimes and qualities will become attractive to you. That's how you know your heart is getting purified. See, you're taking remnants here.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
That's absolutely, yeah.
yeah. Yeah, so you're taking the remnants this way and your heart is getting purified. So this shows you this is more powerful than the maha that you would get from the deity. There are a lot of people taking maha, but they're still not attracted to the transcendental. If they were, why wouldn't they be here? You know? They're eating prasadam every day at the temples and everything, the gurus and all that, but they're not attracted, even though the Lord is really working here. I mean, this is they're not lying. Not at all. The lie is to claim that he's in your temples or in your sanghas, and you don't see the transcendental qualities manifest. It's a lot more or less a lie. It's like that's why it's called external bhakti. Uh, the Lord doesn't like external things. That's why He says, "No, that's not really me." He's look at Jarasandha. He still had demoniac qualities simply because he was against the real nature of the Lord, which is ecstatic. Satchidananda. See, here we just throw Satchidananda, right, the nature of the Lord, right out there on the stage, and say, "Here it is. What do you think about this dance here? This rasa dance here, this chanting, Lalita laughing like a mad lady. What do you think about this? On this is the performance now on the stage. But it's not supposed to put that on the stage, or no, no, keep that in your home. And we don't believe in it anyway. Stop dancing, man. We don't want to see this dance. Too bad, man. Too bad. We're going to dance. Somebody's got to like the dance. Look, we got what? How many people? 15 people like the dance. See? This is a dance. This is all because of the devotee meeting with the Lord. That's all we're teaching here. Just teaching what it is like for a devotee, the soul, to meet the supreme soul and what that looks like. Is that attractive to anybody out there? No, no, I like speculation. See, it's not attracted to Johan. He said, no, I don't like that. I like speculation, man. What is this? Yeah, well, you to be the captain of the ship? That's not the way the philosophy is. Right there, Tom? Isn't that what he's thinking? What, the captain? No, 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 no. We got a new philosophy. This is the Bhagavatam. See, this is the problem. The speculators want to take over. No, no, everybody's guru. Mary Sachi's my guru. Okay, there you can go follow Mary Sachi. You know.
That's it. You can read those verses, you can read everything, but when you're not purified, when you
Yeah.
didn't go through that pure, you read with different eyes and you explain it differently.
Hey Sachi, you want a disciple?
I don't
Hey,
think she
he'll give
wants
you
that.
Johan. Or maybe he's just bullshitting you. I mean, you can't trust the word because he says said you're his guru. Everybody's his guru.
Let him send some donations to Sachi then.
Send some donations to her there. Yeah, yeah. Christina, you want Christina as your guru? It's Johan's guru, Christina. She's an apostle of Jesus Christ. Oh, but also a Vaishnava teaching, the highest Vaishnava philosophy that her guru needs to be purified by her.
Yeah, yeah. She thought that you gave her an awakening, and she suddenly remembered everything, everything from the
All
Vedas.
the
Boom,
speculations came to light.
without purification.
Yeah, yeah, no,
Suddenly,
yeah, suddenly. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, well, that's what, see, that's the thing. Yeah. So here, this is the prasadam, is to hear these preachings and the book Bhagavat through the mouth of a devotee Bhagavat. See, and then your heart gets purified, and then you start thinking, that's why when I see like Amy says, wow, this class is really great. Oh, I'm getting so much. Oh, I'm realizing all these things, or Lolita, or anybody saying, Tom, say, oh, I'm realizing, hey, now you're getting remnants, man. Your heart's getting purified. The nature of the transcendental is becoming attracted to you. See, you're becoming the philosophy in person. It's being tattooed on your body, on your awakening spiritual body. See the map. You ever see the movies with there's a treasure map, and sometimes it's tattooed on the body. Where does that come from? It comes from Krishna. See, you got to be the map, man. The map, the truth has to be tattooed on you. Even Guru Tattva. You got to show that you're a real disciple of a real guru in some lifetime. And you made it through the point your heart is purified, and you're attracted to hearing and chanting in ecstasy. Otherwise, you're not complete in your bhakti. I mean, I can't believe these people. They think they're complete in their bhakti, and they're not truly attracted to the point of tears. Not just, where's the enthusiasm, man? Where's the ecstasy? Where is your transcendental mellow taste for the mellows of bhakti? See, that only comes when you're in the right place. You got to get that here. See, you got to take these remnants, man. You got to see that, the guru is relishing these words, these truths, these purports, these names in great ecstatic devotion and bliss. And that's where you get those remnants, purifies the heart. Tom's testifying that stuff today, saying, wow, I hear your words, I hear Lalita, and it's doing stuff, it's changing. Hey, you get remnants, man. Yeah, you get more remnants than these gurus. They don't come and get the real remnants. They don't have them. Show us that you're eating remnants, man. If you are, you'll be glorifying those remnants. You say, yeah, you'll feel attracted to the nature of the Lord, the qualities. I feel blessed to be in your association. Thank you, dear. Tom has some cheerleading coaching from Amy. That's right. Yeah. See, at that time, the very nature of the transcendentalist became attracted to me. This path is the best, man. It's the quickest way to become attracted to the nature of the transcendentalist. See, more than the Brahman, even. See, Brahman is a transcendentalist, also transcending the modes of nature into the light or the Brahman. But Bhagavan level, even they need to meet the deeper Vaishnavas. See, and then you surpass all of that, but you got to mature, like Lolita says. You got to grow up. You got to get purified. You know,
And
like
find the right guru,
yeah,
because if the prema is not emanating from him, nothing is working. He's not taking Krishna out of the bush for you.
yeah,
It you,
yeah,
that's only you are doing that.
yeah. Well, you can
Otherwise,
get like see guys like Johan and Mahavirya. They get some of the rays, the Brahmin rays from here, but they don't continue on. And the same thing with Mina. They don't continue on and they feel kind of liberated. See that the qualities of those persons, they feel equal with all of nature. See, they get that very easily, that realization here. If you don't have this association here, you know how hard it is to attain Brahman realization? Very hard. But here is very easy. That's why a lot of these people, they get off at that train stop of the Brahman. They think, oh, that's it. That's what I was looking for. I feel liberated. I feel equal with everything. I feel this Brahman bliss. And matter of fact, go Hari, I feel equal to you. My guru. You see, your guru, you see, that you kick them away. Prabhupada said that's what the Mayavadi do. They kick their gurus away because now they attained the same thing. It's almost like an ungratefulness. Well, it is ungratefulness, and you feel equal. But that's there. That's that level. You feel, well, I'm equal to also guru. He's blissful. I'm blissful. Everything is blissful. See,
that's
but
why you can. That oh, sorry. Can I
no,
say something?
yeah, yeah,
That's
please.
how you can see. That's how
You
you
gotta,
can see.
you got to learn from Amy how to interject. She's very good at it.
Yeah, but I can do that. But I can. But it.
No, it's got to be natural. You just got to observe her how she does it. It's very cute, actually.
Yeah.
Go ahead there, Lolita.
Therefore, I wonder sometimes if you can so easily leave your guru, the one who delivered that prem inside of your heart. You don't have. You can easily leave him. Then you have never been a guru tattva preacher because you never had that understanding. You never had that affection. You never had that attraction. Um, how else can you leave him? You don't understand that he's the true vine and that you will dry up by not being capable to drink the juice anymore. um,
Yeah.
how
Well,
how how faithful was your bhakti then?
yeah.
How really see
Well, you
on
see,
all those things you
yeah,
see
you
that.
see, they didn't get the prem. They got the rays still. They got, yeah. So they're getting the rays. When you have the deep revelation, then you become a devotee. Real devotee. And the person may stumble, but they usually will come back. But if you just get the rays, you get like some Brahman experience, and you think that's enough. But then I've seen it. Like with Mina, you could see it diminished. She starts to look like she started. When the before and after pictures, she starts to look like these before pictures again. And Mahaviri also, and the realization, my ex-wife, their understanding is so like materialistic Vaishnavas. They really like very Vaidi, you know, and yeah, whatever they got here. So Mahavira is picking up rays also, and he got inspired to write nice songs. and my ex-wife was getting raised also, and it was starting to get it, and Mina also, but they got off at that wanting to be equal. But then that they lose that even, which is actually good because then they eventually will come back on here. You know, the Lord wants to make it pretty quick. One or two lives after that, and they make it. They get it. Johann also, he'll get it. It's just we're dealing with everything here. It's just the Lord sends us all kinds of stuff. It's amazing. I love it. It's very interesting, very fascinating. It's like the living. It's like you don't have to go even read the Bhagavatam. You just come to Sadhu Sangha, and you'll see everything in the Bhagavatam manifested in Chaitanya Lila. It all, all these things, obstacles and benedictions and everything. What else, Lalita?
Yeah, that's something that I experienced when we were in Goa. That his that chanting was not up to snuff. Uh, and then the other proof is you really need to shake those devotees if you see that they are not conclusively speaking. If it's
Which
not
ones?
conclusive,
Which
it
ones?
means,
Which
well,
one?
like Christina and Johan, for instance.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
If it's not conclusive, it means that they don't get the right information from out of their bhakti. It is not
Oh, we
like
got somebody here, Christina. Oh, Christina, hello, Christina. Hey, hi there. Give us a word, Christina.
Hi,
Hey, we got a
nice
new
to meet
face.
you.
Hey, nice to meet you too. I didn't see you down there. Now I do. Yeah, yeah. So, hey, what do you think of what we're doing here?
I listen. I haven't read yet all the Bhagavatam,
Uh-huh.
and I'm kind of new to the tradition, like a year and a half.
Oh,
So I need to, yeah, I listen to understand like their philosophy. And thank you for welcoming me.
oh, well, yeah, of course, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a little bit hard. Sometimes we go right into into the energy of it starts things going, here, and it can be a bit bewildering because I've been with these devotees here for many years, and they know I have a kind of an odd nature, and kind of an oddball, and I do odd things. I don't know. They seem to. They keep the. It's their fault. They egg me on, and I get more weird sometimes. So yeah, yeah. So yeah, where are you at? Where what country are you in?
Right now I'm in Montreal. Yeah. So it's
Oh,
like Quebec, Canada.
oh, Quebec. Okay, so you know French.
Yes,
Oh,
I'm French.
okay, all right, Quebec. All right, there's a ISKCON temple there, isn't there?
Yes,
Yeah, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, is it a Ritvik temple or is it just like ISKCON? Is it like with gurus and all that, or do they have Prabhupada as their guru?
I think it's Prabhupada, but I'm not sure. I just checked their website once.
Okay, yeah. What is it? You just came interested in Krishna, like you read a book or something of Bhagavad Gita, and
Uh, no, my story with God is pretty complex.
ooh,
In brief, I went through the bottom in life, and I tried to kill myself. But
okay,
for me, he saved me. I won't go into the details.
okay,
And at that moment in hospital, I decided to like go into exist to ask the big question what I am and to go into a spiritual quest. Every day I did research
Mm-hmm.
And with synchronicity and coincidence,
Mm-hmm.
no coincidence with God, uh, faith grew inside of me. And with a lot of inner reflection and talking with the universe,
Mm-hmm.
and the universe answering in different events, people, and realization,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I grew into like wanting to open my heart and love. Then I fell in love with a man,
Ah.
and that man had one guru in India, and also he was about to meet Vishwananda.
Mm-hmm.
And I went with him to meet Vishwananda. I met him 3 times,
Mm-hmm.
and I started to invest myself in Vaishnava after some like big moments of a bit like bliss, but not for long, like
Mm-hmm.
crying and feeling very a lot of love for my guru and
Mm-hmm.
the sangha. And
Mm-hmm.
I do like I love the Lord Krishna. I study, but I always wanted to change the world since I'm a child to
Mm-hmm.
protect Mother Nature. So
Uh-huh.
it's like, but I wasn't aware about the God. It's because my father was Satanist. So yeah, my story is complex. So
Yeah.
it's like he said to me that God never, he twisted my mind and I was in a dark, dark place, very intellectual and rational. But I had a good heart, so it was conflict inside of me. Then
Yeah.
the Lord saved me. So yeah,
Oh.
I tried to summarize. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that was great. Yeah, that's great. What attracted you, since you have Vishwanath with Vishwananda as your teacher, what attracts you to what we're doing here?
I like to connect with people that truly are devoted to the Lord. Not that not everyone is, but yeah, I want to grow Sangha, and
Hmm.
because I think we should, if we, that's my humble opinion.
Yeah.
In my experience, I believe at one point of in the pursuit of enlightenment and consciousness and love, uh, I I feel we have the the duty to act in the world with righteousness.
Hmm.
And right now, most people are disconnected from God. I
Uh,
also study with some witches, white witches that do exorcism
boy,
and
what a
works with God.
fascinating life. I love it.
And I think I study different philosophy, and I see that they can come together at some point when we have to unite in the truth of God.
Yeah.
And there is a spiritual warfare. And yeah, I'm very serious about we have to do things concrete
Yeah.
in the present, not just if we love the Lord we have to do something in our life, and live for money. For me it's always been my conscience always told me that it is a sin, and I think as long as humanity works with money we will destruct nature. And yeah, I could go on for a lot because
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
my quest in life, like to change that. But that's my heart. I
Yeah.
always been called, and
Yeah.
that's God that gave me this, that gives me every day the strength to try to work and do things. Before I tried to kill myself, like I said, so I was very in the darkness, and He saved me. But
That's
that's my
beautiful.
experience.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
So I'm
Well,
here to connect with people that are truly seriously devoted to God, His creation,
yeah.
and that want to act, not just.
Yeah.
I don't know if you feel what I mean.
Yeah. I think I'm getting it. There's a lot of Vaishnavism. They have a mixture of. See, I'm here teaching some of the higher teachings of Vaishnavism that are not really clearly taught. Like, for the example, there's this Vaidhi Bhakti, which is the devotional service in practice, where you're practicing doing these rituals and ceremonies and practices like chanting and hearing and bhajan and kirtans and all that. Uh, and they're practicing it. There's not like the full flowering awakening of this bhakti in their hearts yet. So they're practicing. Then there's this level, which is rarely taught actually, uh, and we're moving towards the pure, uh, just the pure worship of the Lord for no material reason other than the communion aspect. And that's what we do here, and not mixing it in. And because whether you're Christianity or Vaishnavism, even today, they mix in some of this principles, even some of the sanghas that are raganugas, sort of. They mix in, you have to do this to attain Krishna, do stuff, and all this. Here, it's all the sangha. It's all being around like-minded persons that are really deeply awakened and tuned in to this frequency. And just simply by that, you get purified. You satisfy everything creation. You find you actually change things more powerfully because you start to be aware that the body, people try to change things physically, very hard. But if you change the soul and awaken the souls in people, then automatically that goodness will shine from people. But the externally, most people try to change from the outside, and man, that's work. And they got to fight and control. You know how it is now. The demoniac energies are controlling. We got in Canada is going communism now, and blatantly right in front of everybody saying, "Hey, we're going communists," and taxing. Oh my God, I can't believe the taxation stuff and I mean, just blatantly doing these things. And so people want to fight against it. And if you're inspired, great. But there's another way. I like the easy way. I like the way of just changing people from within fast, quick, not a long process of Vitae rules, like this. The power of this avatar, Lord Chaitanya, is with us and helping effect such a change quickly in people. And they're all sharing that, like you said, you had love for your guru awakened. This is big stuff. This is big, starts a big change. It starts there actually, and yeah. So that and it's kind of hard to understand what we do because most people criticize us, but I pay them back. I criticize. I look for the faults in what they're doing. They look for the faults in what I do, and I look with the faults in what they do, but not to put them down, but to bring them up. It's hard to understand this level because it's almost like what people do to put you down. I say things to bring people up, even though it appears like I'm putting them down because they just can't see what I'm doing. But it's my job. I got to work there. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Wow. This is great. God, I like your mood. Your journey sounds very interesting. Yeah. So, what do you think about like our sangha mainly is on the internet? Do you think that is okay? Does that work for you too? Or
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. So a lot of devotees here I haven't even met, but they're going through like awakening. They're having spiritual awakenings, progressive. So it works even this way. Even though like I'm going to Europe now, I'm going to meet some of the Vaishnavas devotees in UK and Belgium, and probably some ones I haven't met. It should be interesting. Yeah. You have any questions about what we're doing here? No? Is everything clear or something? Yeah. Well. Yeah. That what you said is when you asked that question. What is basically? I paraphrase it. Like, what is life about? Like, what am I here for? What's going on? Basically, that's how you start your spiritual life. Really, if you don't ask those questions, you're just part of the sheeple of the world.
Mushrooms help me a lot. I
Ooh,
experience a little bit Brahman state.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
I realize that everything is connected. It is the most like joyful, blissful moment of my life. I
yeah,
will never forget. And I felt like everything is alive and yeah, pure consciousness and that
yeah,
I'm not scared to die since that moment.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, mushrooms are great.
But
They're very therapeutic. Yeah. So you got a kind of you felt your eternal soul awaken, that where it's eternal. You realize that. Yeah. Well, that was my journey when I first started. I started with LSD and mescaline and peyote and mushrooms, and boy, I found it very therapeutic. I had a little trouble with the LSD because it was so powerful. It put me in a. It actually, I think, it prematurely awakened the Kundalini energy in my system. I mean, it spun me out for a couple of years, but then I had all these miracles happen. Like because I said, God, if you get me through this, I'll serve you. I didn't even know who God was. I didn't even think about God until I had problems like this that nobody could help me with. You know, and then all of a sudden the miraculous things would happen. I had a spiritual experiences, and I'd meet people, and the right books would come just spontaneously. All this, I said, wow, I'm really getting help, man. You know, and yeah, and it's been like that ever since. It just you know, that's what basically the teaching here is: how to connect with the God frequency. And tune into that, and then your life is a miracle. It's just everybody's working so hard because of being out of tune with that frequency, and so getting people back in that frequency, all of a sudden things flow, man. Just like it's just miraculously, just unbelievable. How it works. I can't figure it out. It's just higher, like a divine protection, even in this world. And to me, that's the message for people. Is I think God wants that. I mean, I want that for people. I want people not to be working by the sweat of their brow, and not sweat anything. Just like, wow, we're in this is like a paradise now. And but that change happens from within. You know, so I've been given the tools to help do that. So that's the work I'm into. If any, but if they have to want that. They have to see something has to call them to for that. And sometimes they got to be like you, where they're down like on their luck. And it's just they're suicidal even. And then all of a sudden you get the attention. Then, oh, you're ready to listen now. Oh, okay, all right, come over here. I have somebody that will teach you. Because most people, they don't listen. They're not ready to listen. They have that openness yet. Yeah. Yeah, Lolita, she had to be almost burnt out on. Were you burnt out? Did you have burnout stuff?
Yeah, one evening, I felt my brain is tired. That's a very strange feeling. My brain, I don't know in English, mijn hersenen waren moe. My brain was tired. I came home from job, and next morning I woke up and I couldn't write nor read anymore. It was finished. I was
Yeah,
finished.
yeah, yeah. See, yeah, some different things. I couldn't find anybody to help me. That's when I turned and become open. And a lot of people coming here, like Amy has her story. She was like, just fuck the world, man. This world is fucked, and I don't want to be here anymore. And just and but that goes in. That's why I like these Vedic teachings. They're so deep, and they're beyond. They're like the Bible, the extension of the Bible teachings, without all this speculations in there. Like they're more. It's the purest source I found, and it talks about those qualities of God and Guru. Is they're the protector and the helper of the helpless and the hopeless, because most, or they're very intelligent. Like sometimes people are really looking, they really want to know, and they're intelligent. That's intelligence, sign of intelligence. And they also will come to where the Lord is working. See, the main thing is to find where is God working in this world in a very living way. The God, the eternal Lord. Because if you find that, you're going to see something very different than the material manifestations. You're going to see a spiritual manifestation of the world, but not everybody can see that. it's hidden by this veil, you know. And so anyway, that's why I've been preaching this and teaching this. I said, I'm just going to be as odd as I naturally am. And I'm just going to put out the message the Lord has given on my heart. I'm just going to say what shines in my. It's like, to me, the Lord's giving me a brain because on my own I got no how to. I'm just going to, just preach it or share it with the world. And I know people are coming now that really looking for this, you know and they're jewels, and that's why you stay around a while. You'll see the people here are beautiful. They're really they're you know uh, really good. They're they're persons of interest to God. Maybe not to the world, maybe not to the religions and stuff like that, but to God, their interest. And I'm interested in those persons because God's interested, and He brings me the nice people. He says, I'm interested in this, and He sends them here. A lot of people don't believe God is working here, and that's why they're not here. Yeah, yeah. So stuff like that, just yeah, yeah. So, what are you working? Do you work? You have a job?
Yes.
Yeah. What do you do? What's your line of work?
Mm. Right now, it's more like sexual work.
Oh, like
I'm into that since I'm 18.
ah.
I feel it's part of my story
Okay, okay, yeah,
that
yeah.
I haven't closed yet about my father and Satanism. At 21, the last time I tried to end my life, I was in the same moment, sensation and doubt about incest with my father came up.
Uh-huh.
There already had been a complaint about him when I was 6 years old, but uh, they closed the thing. So yeah, at that time, all the darkness came. And yeah, sorry, it's hard for me when I
No,
talk
no,
about that.
no, no.
In
Hey,
my body, like I feel the pain in my breast because I have a tumor, and I think it's linked to that.
ah,
And yeah, so about incest, it's like all my life I was a child and very sexual, and I grew up thinking I was the problem because I forgot the abuse,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
because the abuse happened so I probably was like a year and a half to,
Uh,
I don't
yeah.
know, five or four. So my personality was very fragmented. It's really God, intelligence, consciousness that saved me in this life, because a lot of yeah, I pretty ate myself because I thought I was a monster growing up, because I was a child very sexual and I thought I was wrong.
Ah,
Yeah, but I healed myself in my 20 when I realized that I probably have been abused by my father. I still don't believe myself because I haven't have my memory back.
oh,
But my psychologist suggests to me to don't do hypnosis and don't break the barrier because maybe it's protecting you.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Uh, it's complicated. So I
Yeah,
always been very sexual, and I decided in the world because I don't love money. In fact, I hate money.
yeah.
And even if I'm intelligent, when had my spiritual awakening, I realized how the world was corrupt, and I choose that I should take take it over my body, the exploitation, instead of exploiting Mother Nature. That's con- this decision I took, and I thought that sexuality will make me stronger, and I took back my power in a sense.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah,
yeah, but soon I'm ending that work since I met a man that I love. I
uh-huh.
hope things will get better with him, and
Yeah.
I'll do. The only thing I truly want to do is about God, but in that society, it's not a word.
It's not a what? It's not.
It's it's not the our culture yet. Yeah.
Our culture,
I'm not
the
about money.
yeah. No, no, I know what you mean. Yeah. Yeah, you know, actually, a lot of these traumas from the past, they come up for the people here just naturally. Matter of fact, on the spiritual path, that's part of the healing. It will come up and out, and even physical things may go like tumors and all that stuff because it's the emotional traumas. And to go deeper into spirituality, that has to come out, you know, and it happens automatically, or we don't even work on it per se unless it comes up. Like the other day, we had a istagosti, or yesterday, I think it was. You know, people, stuff was coming up for the devotees, and we just talk about it, let it out, you know, and that's that. And more healing can come from that stuff too. So it's necessary on any spiritual journey that the it needs to come out, these old repressions and stuff. Yeah, you know, even in the in the Bhagavatam, you know, the Bhagavatam is so broad-minded on how this works. See, a lot of times when you come to a spiritual path or a teacher and everything, they say, "Oh, you can't do this, you can't do that." You know, you got to be hide all these things. Uh, you're not allowed to do this or that or anything. See, we go right to the essence, and like in the Bhagavatam, there's stories of empowerment of the devotees that of Krishna, of God. Krishna was a manifestation of God back then. And they were deeply attracted. Many people were deeply attracted to the Lord in different positions. You know, some were householders, some were sannyasis, renounced the world. Some, you know, were part of the world. Some were prostitutes. There's stories of these prostitutes. They're on the roof and they were just relishing this intimate relationship with God. You know, and they didn't give up their work. They just stayed, you know, in their position. You know, so that's why this preaching is very broad-minded. If you go anywhere else, usually in religion, this is actually spiritual truth that we deal with, the essence of it and how it really works, and not peppering it in with these moralities, these worldly ideas that are, you know, like temporary ideas, you know, not of the soul and not of practical nature. Of, you know, you can be in any position and love God. See, this is what religion doesn't know. But I know that personally, and I also see it in the books, and I see it with people who come here, you know, and I don't judge anybody. I don't care who comes here. You could be a prostitute, you could be a transgender, you could be a homosexual, heterosexual. No, the whole thing is, do you like the message? You know, do you feel an affinity for the message? Do you like what the guru likes? You know, that's really the essence, because that's all I'm sharing is what I like, you know, what I'm attracted to, you know, the God that is working in my life, in my heart. And that's all anybody can do. That's what Jesus did. And he gave his God to his followers, and he's still doing that. And yeah, and that's the idea of being a spiritual master, is you give your realization of God to your disciples. And of course, they take it differently according to their relationship with God. It's the same God, you know. You just go through the door of the spiritual master, you know, and you go in, you enter into that realm, and then your relationship is your relationship, you know. Yeah. You have anything you want to ask Christina there? Anybody here? And I mean, any of the members here? Any questions, Tom, of Christina? How about you, Lalita? Anything you want to ask?
I will tell her that it has nothing to do with what role you play in this material world. It all We all are souls, part and parcel of the Lord, and we are all equal. Every soul has the same value. So it's about your connection with Krishna. And
Mhm.
Guru Maharaj, Srila Gora Haridas, he plants that seed of devotion inside of your heart, and that gives you a real transformation of the Spirit of God, and that solves all your problems. And little by little, you will find really attracted to my guru. You really get attached, and this, you start to consider his preaching as your food. You come every day. We come every day to be fed spiritually. And you grow up like you receive Lord Chaitanya's transcendental body inside of you, and you grow up with him, and it's fantastic. It's a fantastic process. It's so simple, only by hearing from Siragora Haridas. It's really, don't have to follow rules, no regulations, don't have to be dressed up. You just come as you are, and yeah, the mercy is really for everybody, really for everybody.
Yeah, that's it's a nice path. It's very simple. Um, yeah, what I just see, you can be yourself. You know, the main thing is, do you like to be around people with the God vibration, that like the God vibration? Um, you know, the God, what do they call it? The God frequency. You know. Oh, we got somebody else. Let's see who else is here. Amy. All right, Amy. Oh, have you met Amy? I think you talked to her.
Yeah,
She's all right, Amy. What do you got
yeah, we
to
talked.
What do you got to
I
say to Christina?
I just like honestly want to say hi, Christina. Like I'm so glad that you came and joined us. Like this is really wonderful. I had to step. I was here earlier, then I had to step out to drive my son to work. But that's why I had to leave. So I was
Oh,
really excited to come back, and everybody was still here. And
yeah, yeah.
oh my goodness, Christina's here. Like awesome. Very cool. And yeah, I just wanted to say that like this is a very tight knit kind of like group. Like we're like a family here. Like we come here every single day. Gorahari, we everybody, all of us, Gorahari comes here every single day and preaches the word of God. Literally the absolute truth and the word of God every single day, without like stop. Like there might have been in the 3.5 years that I've been with this sangha, there may have been like one day that Gorahari didn't come on. It's because his flight like didn't come in on like he was having some kind of a travel issue. Like that was the only time. Or there was an internet. Remember that one time when we had this power out or something and there was no
Mm,
internet connection? That was the only two times in 3.5 years I've been with him. These guys have been with him. I'm sorry if I talk so fast.
no,
These guys have been with him for like over 7 years, like 8 years. I mean, we have like this long-standing group happening here, and I can't tell you like what it's done for me. Like I'm just some stupid girl from New Jersey. I mean, honestly, like I just came off the streets, like found Gor Haridas and just changed my entire life around. And that's all I really wanted to say is just I wanted to come on and say hi. Great. I'm so happy that you came, and I'm gonna watch the replay because I missed a lot of what you said. Unfortunately, I just kind of like jumped on, but yes, yay. Sorry, that's all I want to say.
no, keep going, keep going.
Yeah, I mean, like the things that happen here are like absolutely amazing. I mean, so many people in this sangha, their entire lives have like turned around. Their perspective is really what I'm saying. Not their like material life is material life. Like, what are we gonna do with that? We're dealing with the three modes of nature over here, but what we're really doing is what Urahari always says is we're transcending this. Like we like this morning we had a great class where he talked about how there's positive thinking, and that's great. Like I have to use positive thinking. Like, come on, Amy, like we got this. Come on, every day. But he's like, no, we're transcending that into like a transcendental positive thinking, and this is like basically the well of this preaching here is transcending this, so that we are becoming our basically like I guess you could say our true selves, or become having that true connection to God, like whatever words you want to use for that, like and if you listen to Gorahari all the time, that's what happens. Like, and I always say this: I like physics, I like science. This is the science of realization, and what happens here is a transformation on literally a molecular level, a cellular molecular level. Like this will actually transcend your own molecules. You will vibrate higher because the vibration here is so high. So that's what we do. We vibrate so high here that it just transcends you. And if you stick around and watch the magic here, like you'll know what I'm talking about. That's all I guess what I wanted to say is just that you, yeah. Thank you, Christina. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that you came here. Sorry. All right.
Continue
All
on.
right. Tom, you talk. Tom.
Oh,
Can I ask her? Did I understand it right that you are listening 1.5 year already?
Oh, Christina?
Yeah.
I'm in the tradition, like Sanatan Dharma, since a year and a half, like a little bit intensely since the first February. I do research every day.
And in this sangha, you are listening how many?
I listen 5 days,
Oh, okay, okay.
not all day long.
this is new for her.
Yeah, yeah. I saw her name before. Yes,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
it really feels nice energy. Yes, whoa.
yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
wow feeling. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. You can tell that she's a person of interest to the Lord.
Yeah, absolutely. Because as we know, in this group, it seems to be that only people who are of interest to the Lord, like who have like the ear, like Jesus said, those with ears will hear, like, and those will come. They'll hear the calling in a
Yeah,
sense.
yeah,
So, I mean, and that's what happens here.
yeah.
It's crazy. It's amazing. Amazing grace. We don't call this the amazing grace place for no reason. Like it really is amazing grace. Sorry.
Well, it's like this, like it says in the Bhagavatam. It's like Narada Muni was his story is basically the story of everybody if they want to enter into these confidential truths about the supreme absolute truth, God, whatever people call different things. But to enter this realm of self-realization, you got to hear from the sages that have that level, that frequency of understanding and realization. And just by the hearing process, your heart gets purified, and then you become deeply attracted to what is spiritual, transcendental. That's kind of how it works. Like you
An
studying,
attraction. It's an attraction. Yeah, of course.
yeah, like she was studying, and and desire to really know. So you want to do research, and that's intelligent. Usually the neophytes, the neophyte level is a very beginner level, and they usually go for religion and not for truth. The if you're like and you want to research, now that's something else because now you understand through intelligence and not by blind belief of religion, and that's usually a manipulation. The religious leaders that are usually in charge, they have all these material motivations. But you got to find somebody that really loves spirit and things related to spirit, and gets their life from the spirit. And yeah, and yeah, it's by association with they're the kinds of persons they call saints and sages and gurus. There's so many things in Kali Yuga which you learned. Did you learn about Kali Yuga and these kind of teachings of Kali Yuga, the age we're in?
Yes, I heard different perspectives, and my guru in three different, like a year ago, 6 years ago, and 9 years ago, he said different things about Kali Yuga. My own intuition, and it resonates with another Swami I heard that says that Kali Yuga, the Yugas are like inner states first.
Uh-huh.
Right now, I do believe we experience Kali Yuga because most people live Kali Yuga inside.
Uh-huh.
I just have a hard time with the consumption of the linear Kali Yuga. I I feel that we can change it, that we have the power and the present to change everything around. So I don't believe that, oh, we are in Kali Yuga for I don't think how many years some people think. I believe that if we think like that, we manifest that, and that's not what
Yeah.
for me my I feel. But I haven't studied yet the Vedas, like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
so I'm pretty ignorant, but my feeling is that the Yugars are inner state first,
Yeah,
that we
right.
collectively manifest, and we can change things around by the grace of God.
Wow, that's a great perspective, right? That was interesting. I like the way that you just said that.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, that was
that's what
very interesting. Yeah.
I was just saying that earlier. That basically, I'm working on the change from within, because when see the Kali Yuga, you could say, or the basically the demoniac potency energy becomes more in charge, and that kind of thing is happening now, and it fights and overcomes the goodness, the Sachi Yuga influence, and so that's going on, the friction. And but if people can get in touch with the Savior, the Savior is the Christ inside, is the the God inside. If you can awaken that, and that's the work of the real spiritual masters. But
But
in
that's
Kali
Guru
Yuga,
Tattva, right?
that's
That's
Guru
Guru
Tattva.
Tattva.
That's Guru Tattva. Yeah, yeah. And in this Kali Yuga, though, there's so many false spiritual masters and gurus who are just doing it as a job, and because they're like in that demoniac influence heavily, and they have no scruples. They'll take advantage and manipulate and lie and cheat and do all that. There's a lot of that going on right now. So occasionally, you find the rare um, elevated devotee who is really like deeply immersed in that pure force and protected by that pure force and teaches through that influence of the pure force. And that's why I say my commitment is to awaken that in people, and that's how you overcome the Kali Yuga. I mean, that's how I mean, my life is grace now. Where's the Kali Yuga? I don't know. It's I just see people under that influence because of that, not in touch with the awakening of that Christ or Krishna inside, you know, and so therefore their frequency is still in the Kali Yuga influence. So you're right. I mean, you came to the a place where we're doing that kind of work. You know, yeah, it's too hard to try to change things from the outside, isn't it? And all you're doing is trying to change the body, and these demoniac persons, they look at you and laugh at you and say, "What do you want to change me? I'm like this, man." You know, and if you're so stupid to believe me and believe us, believe the government. A lot of sheeple, oh, whatever they say, we believe. And they're thinking, if you're so stupid to believe us, that's what we do. We manipulate, we lie, we cheat, we burn. All these fires in Canada, you think they're, it's these demon satellites, man. They just bzz, 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 burn it up. I'll show you in the Bhagavatam. It's all in there. They've done this before. They always do the same thing. The demoniac energy is always burning, always destroying. You notice? Look at this Biden, man. He's destroying the whole place, man. And people don't do anything about it because that energy is too powerful, right now.
You
So
know, they at one time they said tear down the wall, like we're gonna,
yeah,
like the people came together to do this, and now everybody's like, it's like they're all sedated. That nobody says a gosh darn word. I'm sorry, nobody's like really like saying like, no, we're not gonna take it.
yeah.
No, we ain't gonna take it. That's but nobody
No,
does
a lot of
that.
people are
I
saying
shouldn't
it
probably say
now.
that.
No, a lot
Yeah,
of people are saying it.
hopefully.
Yeah, yeah, a lot of, but they can't take it to actually make it work. See, they can't make it because it's very strong force. They can't make it happen um, because of the power of Kali Yuga is very strong on that side. That's what I look at. They say in our Bhagavatam that the Kali Yuga is going to be 400 and something thousand years. But I see an acceleration in it, personally. I think all this stuff I read in the 12th canto prediction is happening now. It's like, but Jesus even talked about it. He said, the Lord has sped things up, so to help the elect, get back into the spirit, and also to make elect people, because I tell you, you know a lot of people are like, "Oh, this is a terrible time." And I think it's a great time for preaching. To people will listen now. Hey, man, we have an escape hatch here, man. You ready? You ready? To listen. Have you been like tyrannized enough yet? you know, and people are coming now. A lot of people that are coming now, even to our sangha, but other devotees of God, and they're becoming serious because they think, "Hey, man, how can we escape that?" You can't even go to all these countries are in on it. Basically, very few places you can escape this. You know, but here
Oh,
you can.
New World Order type stuff, right?
Yeah. Well, to me, I see the New World Order is this. You see the teaching in the Bhagavatam is the world is a reflection, a dim, dark, distorted reflection of the truth. So when you see the demons in charge of the world and they're preaching New World Order, that's because the New World Order of God is coming here, and that's going to be where we don't need any. That's no new world order where tyranny has been here for eons. We're all slaves already. They tricked us into this slavery thing and say you're free. No, no, we're free range slaves. That's all. And now they're reining it in to make this fantasy of a new world order. That's all it is. God's new world order is coming. It's already here in this, like our group here. Who orders us? It's very simple order. Just stay with this frequency, stay around God fearing people. No, no, God loving people, not God fearing. This is the old teaching. God loving people who actually love the real Lord, the real God. Stay around them in that frequency and that energy. And then what do you need a boss for? Even my disciples, I don't boss them
Yeah.
around.
And also, like what Gorohara used to teach from the very beginning that I joined this sangha was association, association, association. Like,
Yeah,
stay associated, stay close to this circle. Like this is
yeah,
a circle. Like, I mean, some a ring of fire sometimes, but it's a very tight knit circle,
yeah,
and the closer that you stay to it, the more you're going to experience the charge, like the circuit.
yeah,
Because
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
that nothing could have been more true than that. I
yeah.
remember that was the first like kind of lesson I was learning from you was association, association, association. I remember your words because I have something called echolalia where I have to repeat things. I have to
Yeah.
like hear and repeat. But that's what you used to say like over and over and over again, and it was so true. Like, just keep close to these people, and I did. I mean, Tom's like my best friend. Like, I stay as tight knit with this community as possible. um, Gorohari is my
Not
bestest,
your
my
best
bestest
friend.
friend.
I mean, Tom's a better friend than me, huh? Ooh, I'm
No,
jealous.
I just, we, we throw ideas back and forth. Like, no,
Hey, you
you're my
you said
best
I
friend.
was the one. What is this, Lolita? She
Oh,
said I was the one, and now I find out it's Tom is the one. That's amazing.
Heavy competition, Guru Maharaj. That's
Yeah,
that
heavy
wasn't what I
competition.
meant.
he's my
No, that's not
competition
what
now.
I meant.
Whoa, revenge! I'm gonna get revenge on that guy, man. What is
I
this?
just meant that, like, after class, like, I'll be like, "Oh, Tom, wasn't that the greatest class?" Like, and like, we just like
Don't
he's
try
like my
to
brother, like a
talk your way.
brother.
You're a smooth talker. That's what you are. She's a
Oh,
smooth
you know what?
talker.
You just threw me right under the bus there.
Well, I got to have some fun. I like to joke with you a little bit. No, I think it's great. That's the whole thing. Make
Yeah, that was
relationship
my point.
with
That
devotees.
was my point. Yeah, like to be close to the devotees. That
Yes.
was my point, right? Like I'm
Yeah,
I'm really close with Freddie too, but all he does is yeah, usually mock me and no, I'm
yeah,
just
yeah.
kidding,
I know.
Freddie.
Yeah,
Just
I
kidding,
see.
Freddie.
Yeah,
He's a
yeah,
little more of a hard ass.
yeah. Hard ass there. Oh,
Oh,
we
see
lost
what
Christine.
happened
She's coming
with
back.
me.
This is the video feed. Maybe she's coming. There we go. She's back. Let's see. How do I? Yeah, there we go. She's back there. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. No, no, it's great. Yeah, it's just by association, and uh, it's the whole thing is to get strong, in association with this the Christ frequency, the God frequency, Krishna frequency, whatever, different words for it. And then Maya, the illusion, they see this distorted reality won't pull on you so much. That's the whole point. And then that's how you overcome it. We overcome it together. Actually, it's great. It's a real wonderful path. Yeah. What is fun? He says, with Guru Maharaj, we have all round spiritual experience, the ever increasing in sweetness. We purify rapidly, understand scriptures, get a wonderful chance to exchange truth with lovely devotees, and get a privilege to enter eternal pastimes. Exactly, man. Yeah, it's great, man. Yeah, I like. Yeah, any but new people that come, I like to encourage them stick around as long as you can, so you get a good flavor and taste for
I
what.
couldn't agree more. Just stick around because you're not going to regret this. Like you will not regret like sticking around.
Yeah,
That's all I could pretty much say. Like
yeah,
we got the juice. That's what I would say. We got the juice here.
yeah. Yeah, stick around till you really start to see what's going on, and then the attractive force will keep you around. Otherwise, the Maya is always finding it's a war here in a sense. The Maya is always trying to look at people's weaknesses and get their attention somewhere else. And so it's a war. I'd say, well, stay here long, see what's going on, see what's the depth of this, see the difference that it is, and that knowledge will keep you. It's like if you're intelligent, you'll think, oh well, this is a player. I look at all this other stuff going on. It's that's illusion, more illusions and reflections, and this here gets you right to the source, right to the center. You know, yeah, everything in this book, which is rare. When you find a spiritual path and you find these kind of scriptures, the Vedas, it's very rare to find those where God is actually working. Because if God is actually working through people, they will be this book in person. They will be these verses in person, literally. And that is rare. Very few people see that because most people are imitating the gurus. But that's what I teach here. I teach
Oh,
people.
the book Bhagavad and the devotee Bhagavad. Remember
Yeah,
you said that over
yeah,
and over. And
yeah,
I would hear it in my dreams. The book Bhagavad and the devotee Bhagavad. Because he
yeah,
said, yeah.
yeah.
It was-
Well, yeah, and see the if the book Bhagavad is Bhagavan, God, in the book form. Now, if that Bhagavan is inside somebody, working through them as them, see, then their qualities will be like the book. See, their path will be exactly like the book. As a matter of fact, you as the witnesses, because you got to be a witness to see that what's going on here is real and deep. Is you got to the witnesses are you're getting the experience of being a book Bhagavatam too, because as a disciple, get the qualities of a real disciple, and you get those qualities of Arjuna, those qualities of Maharaj Parikshit, the qualities of the wives of the Brahmins in the 10th canto. See, you will manifest that because you go and do the same thing that they did. See, and that's the only way you can advance. You got to be an example of advancing on the path the book is
and
teaching.
I'm sorry. How Jesus said,
I
like,
told you
be
I
like
like your interjections.
I know. I can't sit there and not um how Jesus said, like, be like me. Like this is what he was saying. Like, if anything, just be like me, kind of like idea. And with Maharaj Parikshit, I have a hard time saying that word right. And and Arjuna, it was the exact same thing. Like with Arjuna, it's like you're not only my disciple but my friend, and like, and he's like, I'm gonna ride the chariot, and you're gonna shoot the arrows, and
Yes. What happened? Are you still there, Amy?
I'll steer the arrows. Ah,
Yeah.
did my connection lose? Is it
Yeah, you glitched out there. Yeah.
shit?
Yeah. You shoot the arrows, and I'll drive the
Yeah,
chariot. Yeah.
and that was in that pastime. And then with the Maharaj shit, like however you say that. I have a hard time with that word. This was my favorite one because I feel like I'm him. Like I
Yeah,
only have 7 days. I literally have 7 days. I need to get this in 7 days, and just I'm going to listen to you like as hard as I can listen to you because we're at end game. This is end game. So I,
yeah,
I really love that pastime. With Maharaj Parikshit. Anyway, that's all I want to say. And Jesus said the same thing. He said,
yeah,
um, just be like me. Just, do what I do, basically. And I feel like you just do all of these pastimes, like it's all in one. And our guru does all of these, like all of these pastimes, all in kind of one, right?
yeah. But and
I love
you
it.
see, you are the examples. Is you follow the path, see, and then you get the realization that this is real. See, if you the way the Maya works is she's always giving these false hopes, that oh you'll get realization going here, you'll be perfect and all that, or this is the real thing, make a lot of money, that path, that's a path, a lot of people following it become rich. See, Christina, she gave up that, she doesn't believe in that, you see, she's like, that's good. Yeah, she smart girl, smart girl. But all these things, have a big family with lots of kids. That's the real, the path of a, to make all these different paths, or liberation, Brahman level. Take a lot of drugs and become Brahmin. Realize, but what's good with Christina, she realizes a step. See, there was more. See, that's God has marked her. I can see already. He's got. She's a person of interest to the highest level of realization. So that's good. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, and so look, this is why this is the perfect escape. Look, Mars Prikshit, he just took it seriously. He realized Sukadev Goswami was a real deal. So a lot of people here, it might take them 1 month, 6 months, a year, 5 years, 20 years maybe, to realize what's going on here is real, and the Lord is really working here with us and through the real guru. He's not a false guy. You have to come to personal realization of that, and that takes purification. You know and that because that's always the door for others to get in quickly into the kingdom of God. This is why all of the real teachers that have realized the truth always preach the same thing. You got to go like Jesus. You got to be cleansed by the word spoken by the real spiritual master. You know, you disciples are cleansed. Jesus said to the disciples, "You're cleansed by the word I spoke to you." Yeah,
And also, like, I just want to interject, it's also, Jesus says, it's by your faith that heals you, like it's
uh,
because of your faith in me. Like that's
yeah,
what that's the reason. Because when like people would come and say, oh, I believe in you, that was what healed them. It wasn't just because he was some kind of a magic man, it was because they believed in him. And that it was, he said, it's by your faith that will heal you. And
yeah,
I think that has a lot to
yeah.
do with us, right?
Yeah, but it's a more deeper understanding of that is by your faith in the word of an authorized guru, representative of the Lord, the authorized being they're the real deal. By your faith in their word, their preaching, their sharing, and their happiness, actually, their bliss, their ecstasy. Well, that's will heal you, not faith in some just body thing. No,
I
it's
see what you're
deeper. It's
saying. I
esoteric. Yeah.
Yeah, I see
So,
what you're saying.
yeah.
By faith in my word, like because the word is the
Yeah.
word of God.
The
It's
word.
coming
Yeah. It's
just
like
direct
Jesus.
like a circuit.
Yeah.
And it's coming through you as the representative. The guru is the representative. It's not that
Represent.
we are worshiping. I get what you're saying, I
Yeah.
think that
Yeah. Yeah.
I
And
do.
yeah. So the real healing is comes when you have the real representative of the Lord. They're called mediums, and the Lord's grace flows through. And if you have faith in the grace of their word that purifies, grace of their happiness, which is ecstatic rapture, when you chant the holy name in ecstasy, that will heal you. That's how you're healed. Not faith in the body or in the personality of a person that's not really. See, this is the problem why you don't see so many healings, is people don't have faith in the word of God that comes through his real representative. Not everybody is a real representative. You got if you don't make that distinction, you're going to be fooled. You think they're all there. All anybody with the name guru is real representative. No, no, they have to have qualities. They have to have the qualities. That's why we're teaching these things to teach what are the qualities of a real representative of that transcendental Lord. What is Satchitananda? See, Sat means the eternal form. See, Chit means transcendental knowledge of the absolute truth as it is, not speculating. And the Ananda is the pure ecstasy of that relationship between an awakened soul and their God. You know, and the real spiritual master will manifest that if you're gonna if they're not just teaching you a bunch of rules and regulations and giving you baby stuff, baby food. See, we're not giving baby food here. We just grab you and throw you on the banks of Vrindavan, man. And hey, look at Krishna. You know, this is what he looks like. Look at him. You know, and yeah, really fast, quick. You know, quick purification here. You know, all your traumas will come up and out. Get them out. You
It is quick. I feel like it's the ring of fire. We just burn it up, like it's very this is the easy street. Remember you used to say that too. Like we're on easy street here. This is it's there's a ring of fire happening, but it's a quick path. And I'll take that one any day because I don't want to go on the long path, right? I don't know if anybody else wants to go on the long path. I'm looking for the
Shortcut.
back the shortcut. Exactly. I snuck in the back door here. Like I literally snuck in the back door. I don't even know why I'm here, but here I am.
Yeah, that's what's
Yeah, I mean it's
about
quick.
it.
Yeah, it's easy. It's easy.
It's called about having a savior. I mean, that's a lot of people have resistance to that because they think, oh, a savior, that means a cult. Yeah, that's what it generally is in this world, but it's not meant to be that way. Savior means they give you the shortcut back into the kingdom. They show you the door to it. The door is conclusive realized understanding and the power of God to deliver you that actually works. That's why we work on the witness program here. As the devotees grow up and become more spiritual, they start to stand up and share their actual experiences of spirit and what they got on this path and how quickly it's going for them.
We have
From
testimonies all
froze. She'll be back.
up. My
Go
back?
ahead there.
Fuck,
There,
my
you're back.
connection.
You're back. You're
Sorry.
back.
I could see because it's telling me like, oh, you lost connection. All I want to say is we have testimonies like all day. Like we have so many testimonies from people that it's absolutely incredible. And what the heck was I going to say? Oh, like we always say, proofs in the pudding here. Like you can take my word for it, and I will give you my word and I'll give you my testimony. Lolita will give you her testimony. Tom will give you his testimony. We'll all give you our testimonies, but the proof is in the pudding. You come here and you just witness how Gora Hari Das and the word of God changes your whole everything. Then you'll have your own testimony. Then all of a sudden, Christina will be like, I'm giving my testimony. I mean, we have Noodles. We have so many people here giving testimonies right? Isn't that
Yeah. Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah. That's that. We should
Nothing
just
could be
do a
more
day
true.
of
I wouldn't
testimonies.
say it if I wouldn't say this, for
Yeah.
no other reason.
Give us your testimony now. I want to hear your testimony.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm giving it, right? Am I not? Like I'm
Yeah. It's part of
my
it.
testimony. Okay, well, my testimony. You just put me in the dentist chair right now. Um,
No, that's not the
no.
dentist.
Okay, I came off of just out of nowhere, literally practically raised by wolves, I mean, sorry family, but kind of just from people who they don't care about God, let's put it that way. Like there's no religious background that I come from. And it's kind of like every man for themselves. Big one watches the little one, like parents, God knows where they are, the siblings are watching each other kind of idea. So I came at this from I was somehow introduced by my friend Eric, stumbled upon Gor Haridas, and I can't tell you from the minute that I started watching like this and saw the unwavering devotion that his friends like had for him. Like, I mean, call it what you will, like, that these people like had for him. I'm like, this nothing was more interesting to me. Like, there was nothing in the world more interesting to me than Guru Hari Das, you know. And then the more I would just listen, which I couldn't stop listening, like, um, I I developed like I started understanding this esoteric knowledge like that I would have never known before. Like I didn't even really read the Bible very much. Like I now I can read it and like and when I'm reading it, I'm saying that's what Guru Haridas says. Oh, that's what Guru Haridas says. Like everything becomes like because he says these very esoteric things and sometimes in the beginning I would say, oh, he's saying a lot of things behind his words, like in a way. Like I thought there was something really deep happening. Like behind your words. Like I was
Yeah.
hearing, I guess, I had people who have ears will hear, like, and that's what you'll see in this group. Like if you have ears, you'll be here, basically, And and since then, yeah, I can't tell you how do I explain how much this has changed my life? Like, of course the world changes, right? We grow as in material modes, but I like have no th- not because of this, but I already didn't have any like liking for material, like the material world. Like I was already kind of done with this place, like I don't want to be here really anymore. But what Gurahar Das does is he shows me like a different perspective, this high perspective where I can see things on a higher perspective where even if I had to come back here just to preach with him, like, literally just to stand by him and preach with him, I would do it. I would follow him into hell and back just to preach, like, because what he does is he saves souls. He's literally he comes here like a life raft, like, like you're on the Titanic and the whole ship friggin' sank, and you're here we are, we're in the middle of a frozen ocean. Oh my God, is there anyone alive out there? Is there anyone alive out there? And then Guru Haridas is like, there he is with his flashlight, and he comes and he's like, get up here, I got come on the boat. And you're like, let me get on the boat. Boom, and you're saved. See, it's that easy. I know that was so silly the way I said that, but
No, it's
I,
fantastic. I love it.
that's really what's happening. Is he's a life like a life raft. He's throwing out the life raft. Oh, I remember I say think of him as like a kite. Like I'm holding on to as like the strings of the kite. Like, all right, I'm a just beam me up, Scotty, with you. Take me with you. Sorry, that's it. I think I've exhausted this.
Yeah, no, it's great. Yeah, what, who else wants to? Does anybody have a testimony of what kind of things going on around these parts here? What about you, Lolita? You want to share?
I think I said it, what's happening here. I think I said it. It is by being strongly connected to Guru that you get Krishna. Krishna gave us Guru, and Guru gives us Krishna now. He gives us Radhe first. So important to receive her. And it is actually, that's how I feel that so strongly by serving her, that you get into a very very deep relationship with her, and that you gain Krishna, actually that you come in contact with him. um, it is, you get a transcendental life, a completely different life than here in the world. Everything is different. You get contact with the saints, deep contact, with the dearmost friends of Lord Chaitanya. um, yeah, you become part of the transcendental world, and because you have all those friends there, you can bring them to the world and share them with the world. Bring that spirit to the world. Bring Lord Chaitanya to the world. It's all because Guru Maharaj took Radha and Krishna out of the bush, and because he opened that storehouse of food again. We can start feeding the Lord, really feeding the Lord, and have that deep relationship every day, and have a real life with God, feeding Him, protecting Him, being protected, being fed. It's really an exchange, a real relationship. It's very deep, very, very beautiful, so life changing. Yeah.
Mm, beautiful. Yeah, well, thank you. Hey, Tom, you got a little testimony you want to share?
Yeah, I had some time to think about it and listening to Amy and Lolita. For me, what comes to mind is this connection with your soul. Um, it makes you realize you are the soul, and by listening and being nourished here, being fed here, you are growing into that, and it become more and more alive, and more transcendental senses. They wake up, and you remember, and from there, from this living in this line, you um, more and more become alive living in this line. And from all, yeah, that qualities come from all the sides, from inside, from outside, from the sangha, and you also get these conclusive senses, like everything becomes more connected to the source and more genuine and more um, recognizable from 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 your soul.
Yeah, that's great. Well, thank you. That's good. See, I have, what's in my testimony? I have a testimony. Um, yeah, I mean, to me, this is a huge miracle. That this is taking place. I mean, it's just yeah, this whole journey. Just to getting the order. You could say, in a sense, getting the order of Srila Prabhupada and Krishna's blessing to do this, and then to start doing it. And actually preach, and all this stuff is happening. And I kind of mentioned what I started with the LSD and this, all that stuff too. And yeah, and then coming to the point, getting the order of Prabhupada in that lucid dream, uh, the order of Prabhupada in the lucid dream to preach like this and to share this deep ecstatic relationship that I had for years, and I didn't never shared it. And then when I started to share it, automatically people started to get it. They started to become ecstatic and open up to the spiritual realm. And Prabhupada said it has his approval. Yeah, and so I started doing it, and I had some. I it was challenging because I had some fall downs from that, where I got back to Jesus and back and forth for a while, and then I went to different gurus in the Vaishnava line, took initiation from them, and tried their paths out, and then came back and understood that nothing could add to my life except what I had already gained in this life, as well as from Prabhupada's books and the Goswami books. And these other persons were not living representatives. They were not. They were. They couldn't add that to my. I was already chanting in ecstasy, and understood the depths of these books already. And I go to all these gurus that were supposed to be the highest, and I saw them as still speculating, still trying to attain that Krishna, or claiming to attain it, but they didn't really have it. So that's my thing, and that's why I'm sharing like this, and the people are coming, and they're now testifying, saying, yeah, this is working. Yeah, 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 I feel the spiritual vibe here. I feel close to God. It's opened me up, and that's beautiful to hear. It's beautiful to be a part of this. And I get all the cherries. The icing on the cake is the friendships here with these beautiful jewel-like devotees, like persons like Christina. Even you could see, her heart is like sincere, and really done with the materialistic vibe of the world, and really wants the truth. This is, I love this. I mean, I get all the best association here, with people like that. That's, they've caught God's attention. So these verses in the book, by the mercy of God, you get guru. By the mercy of Krishna, you get guru. God, Krishna, Christ. You know, and then by the mercy of Krishna, you get a deep and ever either awakened, or awakening, or deepening of that relationship that you already have. You perfect it. That's how it's done. That's the book. When you get the living experience and you come across that verse like that, you think, wow, that's it. See, everything in this book becomes relatable to you. You can relate to it because it's your experience. You become part of these pastimes in these books, and you become a living representative of the path. This is what the meaning, the deep esoteric meaning of Jesus, when he said, I am the door, and those who enter the door become the shepherd of the sheep. You know, you become your preaching, your sharing becomes the the the, uh, the way for people looking for
Like
that.
we're living the pastimes. Like
Yeah,
these, like we're living it. These the
you're living the
pastimes
truth.
are real times. Like, and we're living them. We are the pastimes, but
Yeah,
we're here in this body. But it's the same thing. Do
same
you know what
thing.
I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, doing actually the highest welfare work is to awaken souls and to win them back to the spiritual world, because that's permanent. This is why it's the greatest welfare work in that sense. Not everybody is called to do it, or if you're called, you just become part of those persons doing that kind of work. And they're different levels. They're beginners levels. They have beginning gurus, medium gurus, and then they have the ones who know the deep heart of God. Uh, so you get a spiritual teacher according to your level, your ability to comprehend.
Oh, that's an interesting point that you just made. It's a
Yeah,
very interesting point that you just made. You
yeah,
get
yeah,
your guru at the level that you can comprehend, and
yeah,
that
yeah. Of
resonated with
course.
me.
Yeah, not everybody. Are this sharing, this preaching cannot be comprehended by everybody, but those, it's like Jesus said. I have followers in different folds. So followers, they know. It's just, see, the super soul is God in the heart and of everybody, and a person who is very intimate with that Lord in the heart, they know the intentions of the Lord and how that Lord works, and they work from the outside, to help the devotees who are not so deeply understand the inside Lord. They help them either awaken that relationship or deepen it. Some people come here, they're already awakened. We just deepen it. Just deepen the understanding, that relationship. That's the idea of church and temples and association. You know, that's the idea, is to deepen that relationship congregationally through our relationships here. That's why you notice the ones who are the deliverers, they don't work alone, do they? You saw Jesus had 11 friends and disciples. Lord Chaitanya had groups of people. They were together, as well, they worked together. That's how it's done. We work together too.
Teamwork,
Yeah, it's
teamwork.
work. Yeah, yeah. I mean, this is an opportunity.
No I in team.
Yeah, yeah. We teach about Lord Chaitanya. There are very few gurus who actually teach deeply about Lord Chaitanya, beyond superficial. We teach about the real grace of Lord Chaitanya, how powerful it is, how accessible it is, how it's here with us, and how we are distributing it. And if you can't teach at that level, um, then you should all come over here if you have sufficient understanding,
Yeah, because this sangha is such a perfect example.
because we got it.
Yeah, this is such a perfect example of that, like of
Yeah,
like how it like one baseball player doesn't win the game. It takes
yeah,
the
yeah,
entire team, and I just think that this is I don't know, just a perfect example of like Lord Chaitanya and how they had like
yeah,
he didn't come by himself. He came with 5 people, right? Wasn't
yeah.
it?
Well,
the
yeah,
am I
yeah,
right? I mean,
yeah. The Panchatattva, but
the
yeah,
Panchatattva. I'm sorry.
see, well, when the incarnations come, they come in droves, like to follow that Lord. He's so attractive. So the Lord brought so many people. Some came first, most came first, and then he came after. And that's how it works. Yeah. The thing is, when you study Lord Chaitanya, you understand he's the avatar of this age. He is the most merciful because he gives the most mercy of any avatar, even better than Krishna, because Krishna was a little stingy. Krishna only gave it to the residents of Vrindavan and a few select ones who somehow or other he called in there. But he didn't give it to the public. But Radha and Krishna combined came again as Lord Chaitanya to distribute this worldwide. So that's why I preach it's kind of heavy for a lot of people to get it, but it's the truth. The truth is, Lord Chaitanya is the greatest incarnation, the most merciful one, gives the quickest grace, the fastest path, the highest ecstasy, the highest knowledge, and we're proving that. You see, proving it. So everybody should come here if you don't know about Lord Chaitanya, or you don't preach about Lord Chaitanya, or you don't preach deeply about Lord Chaitanya. So that's practically everybody. It's pretty ballsy, right there, Amy, for me to say stuff like that, isn't it? But it's logical, isn't it? Isn't
It's
it
very
logical?
logical, it's practical, it's pragmatic, and it's basically what you're saying is like this is the highest perspective. Like so, why
Hey,
are we?
man,
Why
you
it's a
should.
no brainer. Like you said,
Yeah,
it's a no brainer. Why would we not go winner, winner? You know, winner, winner. This is
yeah,
the
yeah,
win
yeah.
for the win.
Why would? See, the thing
Why
is
wouldn't we? We'd be
it may,
stupid if we didn't.
yeah, people they don't know that. It's like about following. When you really study the Vedas deeply, you'll see every incarnation comes. Krishna, the fish incarnation, what do you call that? The swan incarnation, Shiva sometimes, and Kapila Dev. All these incarnations, and they come to give the path you're to follow. If you're intelligent enough to figure out that is the quickest, the best, and the fastest way. But of all the incarnations that come here, even Krishna Radha, Lord Chaitanya, who is Krishna Radha expressed fully in the world to the public, he is the best. He is the deepest and the most powerful. He's brought forth the most intelligence, and that's what we have in the Goswami books and these Bhagavatam books and everything. And he's given the most mercy to attain the highest stage of understanding the absolute truth by personal experience. And we got that. We got that order. We have that. Yeah, we have that order. Like waiters. We got an order.
The
Very
most functional.
what? What?
And the most functional.
Oh yeah, very functional here.
Very functional. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very
Yeah.
functional.
See.
When you attach when you make contact to this, it becomes you become more complete.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from any angle.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the
And that's
upgrade.
why we say
More
completion.
complete completion. Yeah.
It's completion. Yeah, that's why we always say this. Like we're in
Yeah.
the completion time now.
People can
We're
challenge
done.
what I say, and I welcome that. Yeah, challenge what I say, but uh, show us that you have a more powerful path that gives the most mercy, the most ecstasy, the most knowledge. See, and because if you're a real intimate associate of Lord Chaitanya, you'll have the ability to do that. Yeah. Otherwise, if you see there's a lot of gurus out there, they don't have an understanding of Lord Chaitanya. They haven't connected with this line, and that's just how it works. It always works. You can be a very well-respected teacher, or guru, or spiritual master, but if you don't have contact or realization of the value of the avatar of the age, then you're going to have less understanding, less ecstasy,
Well,
less, yeah.
there's no coincidence that you're born on June 14 and then Lord Chaitanya dies on June 14. Like that's not a coincidence. Like there's no such thing as coincidence. So I just wanted to go ahead
That
and
is kind of weird, isn't it?
a little
Isn't it
weird,
weird?
right? Odd. Isn't that
He
odd?
disappeared.
Hint, hint. Just like you said, hint, hint.
Unbelievable. I never. I just. Somebody told me that. Was it you that mentioned that before? Yeah, that was you. You said, "Oh, he passed." I didn't even pay it any mind. I didn't know that. And but yeah, it's there's no coincidence because we're his servants, aren't we? We're sharing this great mercy, and people, if they become convinced of the truth of it, you get so much. I mean, my God, man, what a life! It's just amazing. So preaching is to convince people of the absolute truth as it is, and as it is part of it is Lord Chaitanya is the incarnation of Kali Yuga. We need that mercy, man. We need a lot of help in this Kali Yuga, and so you need to meet the living a link in that line. And if you do, you're very fortunate. And if you stick around, you'll realize that it's really true what's going on here. But you get it by hearing and by associating. There's no other way. See, remember, I read that verse. He said, by eating the remnants, I can't find the verse here, by eating the remnants of the sages, the remnants of the food of the sages, all the his heart became purified and became attracted to the transcendental nature, the nature of the transcendentalists who love truth. They relish truth. See, so that's what we get when we make contact with gurus and stuff like this. Our heart becomes purified, and the transcendental nature of the truth becomes attracted. And that is our pivotal point of how to get out of here, because we it's a truth that'll set us free. That's what Jesus taught.
And we're going to transcend this, like
Yeah,
you always said,
no
we're
other way
transcending
without the
this.
truth. Yeah, yeah. The Vedas are beautiful because they teach the depth, the more of the depth of truth in the clearest way that I've seen. I haven't seen any other books as good, But they have to be written by real devotees. That's the thing. Otherwise, people speculate. Like, look at Johann. We have a student here 6 years, didn't figure out what was going on. Look, he's saying I'm a devotee of Krishna. Well, he's sort of in an indirect way. Um, I know Lord Chaitanya. I'm preaching, so he's preaching, right? He's preaching these words, but they're constructed differently. See, they have a different result of leading you away from the truth and not towards it. See, you have to put the words in proper order. Just like you play Scrabble, you got to take these scrabbled words and put them together, right? So they're intelligible. See, so the book is already unscrabbled. I have to take the preaching of these so-called spiritual teachers and unscrabble them and put them in proper logical, clear order. I mean, the Lord has given me that gift and ability. And how do you know it works? Because if you stick around, you'll start having real spiritual experiences. The love of God will manifest in your life, and you'll be a witness that, hey, man, we're working now. We're working for God. We're company people, right? We work for Lord Chaitanya's company. You'll want to work for his company, right? Man, I work for his company every day. That's why I show up 365 days. I'm a company man. I like Lord Chaitanya's company. You see, company. It's almost like a corporation, right? Company, but we working to meet him every day, and the rasa dance happens. This is called rasa dance. This is from meeting the Lord every day. It's so inspiring. It's so fruitful. It's so awakening. It's so nourishing. It's
It's so
called sadhusanga.
inspiring. It's so
It's
inspiring. I mean, inspiration, there's no area of the brain, neuroscience to date. They don't, there's no area of the brain that lights up for inspiration. Like they can't detect where this comes from because it comes directly from God. That's why.
yeah.
And this is literal inspiration. Like you become, sorry, just so inspired. I don't know what this is.
No, yeah, no. That's how it is. Inspiration. See, everything is here. In Vrindavan is basically a rasa dance. It's the devotees meeting Krishna every day. See? They actually twice a day at least. They meet him every day, and then when they're not with him, they think about him. See, it's like they're obsessed with this Lord of Love, you know. And yeah, and so in that meeting comes a dance. It's the dance. It could be a song. It could be a verse. It's like that. Yeah, Tom and Lalita or anybody, if it's late over there in Europe, so you know you got to go to bed. So go to bed, Tom. Yeah, and whoever wants to stay, you know, we stay. Yeah. And yeah, so it's a rasa dance. So we have the practical rasa dance. This you don't see in most Vaishnavas on this path of bhakti are beginners. They don't have a real rasa dance yet. See, the rasa dance is your soul communing with the supreme soul very intimately. It causes a special dance of more. You're more than what you were as alone. And God is more than what He is being alone. That's the rasa dance. They're teaching that, they're showing that in the AI examples. I watched this movie, Atlas. If anybody wants to watch that, you can see Atlas. It's a little bit, you got to turn the sound down because there's a lot of, you know how blockbusters are. But the essence of is it was the merging. This is what the demons want us to do, to merge with AI. That's the inorganic way of the truth. That's the reflection of the truth. So the AI robot said to the person, come on, merge with me and you'll become more than what you are, and I'll become more than what I am. It'll become something new, something different. See? So people are attracted to that. That's why that message is there. Because the persons, the CIA and the demons who are in charge of the Hollywood, they want you to get that message to attract you to merging with AI. That's the game plan. And they tell you, oh, you'll be more than what you are and all that stuff, but it never works. You know why? Because they got material motives. They're demons. They want to merge you with AI. Yeah, yeah, you'll be more powerful than what you were, but you'll be under their control because they control AI. See, it's not pure. Never that, but it attracts people because it's a reflection. The reflection, if you don't got the organic way of this that we're teaching here, you know, like communing with the true Lord very intimately and becoming more than what you were alone, and the Lord becoming more than what He is, and that more. How does that show up practically? The more is you see, wow, God is more clear. See, more clear. Ooh, wow, I see more an understanding I'm getting. That's why you got to go through the devotee, because to go to Krishna directly in Bhagavad Gita, you're maybe get a purport and get something, but when you
it,
go to sadhu sangha, no, just wait a second. When you go to sadhu sangha and you see a devotee communing with the Lord and you're hearing the devotee, the ras that comes from the devotee, you're getting more realization of the devotee and more realization of God. See? Because there's more in both cases. That's why they're doing this with the movies. They want people to become attracted to the reflection of the truth. And over here, I'm just here trying to say, hey man, do it organic. Organic is always better. See? Because that you only get a temporary result, and those guys behind the scenes will be manipulating the AI and controlling you. But here, the control is in the communion with the Lord. And then you work together. It's like a true democracy, you know? I'm sorry, go ahead, Tom. What do you got to say?
yes, what I felt is when you're not connected to the original flow, to the to the stream, to this real disciplic living line, then you're vulnerable for the fake attractions. You are vulnerable
Yeah,
for
you're
if you
vulnerable.
don't have this original contact, this
Yeah,
this original Satchidananda contact.
yeah. Well, that's, you see, purity is the force. If you can get a pure experience of the truth, where God, see, the only way we can do that, any of us, is we have to have authentic contact with that spiritual God. I mean, really pure, pure hearted, really want it. Not that we have to be pretentious and show we're pure. And that's all bullshit, man. It's all, people have to look like they're pure and all. No, no, no. Do you have a real connection? Has the Lord chosen you? He can choose the lowest person or anything and make them purified enough to deliver the world. You need to find somebody like that. The Lord has actually chosen them. They've been
Yeah, I feel like
chosen.
we're soldiers of the Lord, right? We're
Yeah,
soldiers
yeah,
of the Lord.
yeah. And then you found the real path. The chosen of the Lord will make you a chosen of the Lord. Because that person that's the chosen of the Lord now, they've either made it in this life, been chosen, or they did it in another life and were chosen and just bring it forward. Like I was looking for a guru, you know, um, even though I was ecstatically worshiping God deeply from the very beginning with the book of Jesus. I was lifted in the kingdom, and with Prabhupada also. So I wanted to follow the process, looking for a guru. I couldn't find any living guru that could add anything to what I already had. See, that's why they usually have to be sent, and then from one, others are made. Others are generated and awakened and purified and matured, and then you become like that, and then in your next life, if you take another life, you know you'll be like that. You'll just very easily awakened spontaneously, and you might go through the same thing, try to find somebody adding to you like I did, and nobody could do it. And then you just, then you get, like, I got visions and confirmations and all these things to do this, you know like confidently, because you look how many people believe in what only you guys, because you've come here and you heard and you see transformation in yourselves. Are you getting it? So that's basically it. I haven't seen anybody could teach this stuff, that to this level, this depth, and simply make it real simple so that even a retard can understand it. You um, what else, Amy or Christina? You have anything to say?
Um, where does it say in the scripture that Lord Chaitanya is the highest? Did I understand correctly?
Yeah, yeah, good. I'm glad you asked that. He's a covered incarnation. He's of Krishna, actually. He's mentioned in the Vedas, in the Bhagavatam somewhere. I don't know exactly where, but it says in the Bhagavatam somewhere. Well, we can research that. Uh, that the Lord comes in every yuga. He comes in this Kali Yuga in the form of in this special Kali Yuga. He comes in the form of a sannyasi. He comes in a golden color. So he comes in a golden color. So and as in every yuga, they set the standard of worship. They try to make the Lord knows the best medicine, basically. And so in this yuga, Lord Chaitanya appeared 550 years ago to preach the Sankirtan movement, which basically is to be with his intimate associates when they appear and chant together with them the name, the fame, and the glories of this absolute truth. And the truth, this is called sadhu sangha, and it sets you free in a very big way, very powerful way. So that's why a lot of gurus, they don't know about Lord Chaitanya or accept him because they don't see and understand that verse in the Bhagavatam. We got to find it. I only saw it mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So, but I'm sure it's in there because they mention it. And because there was actually a teacher, a Brahmin, who said, "Where does it say in the Vedas that there's an incarnation in Kali Yuga other than this Kalki?" You know, see, so Kalki is the incarnation for most Kali Yugas, but in this Kali Yuga, the Lord appears, and this is after 27 Divya Yugas. That I can find you actually in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. In 27 Divya Yugas, which is Kali Yuga to Satya Yuga, 27 times. Then on the 28th, Krishna appears. And then after that, Lord Chaitanya appears. And that's 4,320,000,000 solar years. So it's a long time. This is a very special time. uh, that because Lord Chaitanya appeared, but not everybody figures it out right away. We happen to be in that line. It's kind of like, you know how it is? It's like, you know how Jesus, people listened to him, were purified to such an extent that God in their hearts awakened as the Holy Spirit. You're familiar with that pastime of Jesus in the New Testament? Okay, there is, because of their contact with Jesus, who was on a very high level of consciousness, sent by God with a new testament, a new message. Okay, they 11 accepted it, and they all got the Holy Spirit awakened in their heart. The Pharisees didn't, and they were serving God. Okay, so those who connect with this avatar, Lord Chaitanya's servants, real servants, who have that level of the Spirit, get what nobody else gets. Just like when Jesus' time, people got what nobody got. He was the person giving that Spirit. He had it and he could transmit it. He had the power to do that, the authority to do that. Well, in our Sangha, that same thing is here, is that power and authority to teach about the glories of Lord Chaitanya, his importance, and transmit that mercy to others is here. And, those who stick around long enough find that out for themselves. Yeah. So,
Thank you.
yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, that's a great question. Yeah,
I have
very,
to go.
yeah. Okay, yeah. I think
Let's
I think we all gotta go here. Okay, nice. Thanks for coming, Christina. Thanks for coming, Tom. Go to bed. And looks like we lost Amy here already. And until we meet again, Hare Krishna, everybody.